Really? My item rack didn't come over? F.
No, it does not.
That's annoying.
Yeah, take a second to set that up if you need to.
It's fine. I don't need to wear other items. Except maybe... Actually, in BT, the only thing I'd need is a Illidan set?
Yeah, the extra crush. You will need a super tanky set for a few bosses.
Morning.
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 Okay, in order for us to get an accurate accounting of hearts, gems, patterns, that kind of thing, I am going to leave everything on group loot. I'm going to turn the threshold up a little bit so we don't have to worry about greens, though. And, yeah, so there's that.
Oh, my item rack did. I just don't have the damn button.
Does anyone have any extra weapon oils?
I've got 2 on me.
Should be good.
You can open trade with Ephraim if you need more oil.
Yeah, can you trade one to Nick?
Oh, calling me out like that.
I mean, I called myself out, but I didn't see any on the vendor, or again, I'm just blind.
They don't sell oils on the vendor.
Yeah.
Nah. When
Allie,
you're ready, go ahead and zone in.
I had 1 charge left.
Alright, I think I've got Pally Power in a place that it looks good. Looks like we're just waiting on Fox to be ready, and we'll get this show on the road. So, just so everybody's aware, we're going to be zooming a little bit. I know a lot of this is unfamiliar for most people. I'm going to point out the points that are potential problem areas. But generally speaking, the trash in here does not pose much of a threat. There are a few exceptions to that in some of the packs that we're going to encounter early on, and the density of the trash packs later. They're very easy to butt pull if you're not being careful. Week 1, we're probably just going to clear some of those extra packs, but just beware that a lot of this stuff is skippable, and depending on how Warcraft Logs decides speedruns are going to end up being, we might end up needing to skip a lot. So just practice being aware of your surroundings and the actually massive aggro radius of some of this stuff. Yeah, tanks. Real quick rundown. Everyone wants to come up just a little bit. Those of you that are inside, I can talk about the boring stuff up here. Don't go too far because there is a super quick little tiny pat. They're aqueous spawns or spawns of aqueous or something or another. Little tiny green hydroses that look like, oh, yeah, they're there. They look like that. By themselves, they're not much of an issue. They do a little poison volley, just so everybody be aware of poison stuff as we continue up to Nagentis and a little bit past him.
Do we need
That's
poison
about
cleansing
it.
totems?
You might. They only do it to a couple people at a time, and it's interruptible, and they're stunnable. So yeah, they cannot, however, be slowed, which is unfortunate. We're actually going to skip like 99% of the first bit of trash here, just hugging the right, including the pack on the ramp up there. Fox, you all set up?
Almost.
Healers, there is 6 of you. Obviously, Fangorn's still getting used to dream state, so, you know, but keep in mind that for progression, I haven't decided whether or not I want to run 5 or 6. A lot of the bosses in here, it's seeming like 6 is the play. So just, you know, after raid, message me. Let me know how it felt. Let me know which portions you were bored and which portions you felt taxed.
I'm good.
Okay. Sure, you all good too?
Yeah.
Beautiful. All right, follow me. We're gonna pull these 2 real quick. You should die super fast and do basically nothing. Hug the wall. Hug the wall. Hug the wall. Hug the wall. That's a lot of people not hugging the wall. You guys not understand what a wall is?
Maybe they don't understand what a hug is. Maybe we
Oh
need to.
no, stop.
On our left, Clark.
We're definitely probably gonna get this. Okay, cool.
Okay, so these 3 up here. We'll have Grass on Skull, Tenric grab X, and Fox here on the Leviathan. The Leviathan Frenzies, I don't know if it's trankable, but give it a shot. Actually, do we even care? No, not really. Never mind. Keep coming.
Make sure you got consumes on.
We'll kill it later. Hey, look, we're
They're
off
so
here,
expensive.
spawns. Okay, we're not going in there. We're killing this.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
These things do cleave a little bit, so just make sure we're pointing them away from things.
Oh yeah, poison cleansing totems, big time.
Looks like this one can't be cleansed.
Some of them can't, some of them can.
Yeah.
I think there's a tail sweep or something.
Yes,
Yeah, you can
there
stand
is.
on this side of him and not get
Treat him
swept.
like a dragon. And kill these real quick. These first. Same tanking targets. Fox, there will likely come a point in time where you're on Skull for these, because the Aqueous Lords spawn Aqueous spawns, which need to be picked up. But for now, I'm pretty sure they can just hit our warriors and we won't care.
Hurricane on the raid, get out of that.
Not tauntable, Darholt.
Yeah, 99% of the trash in here isn't tauntable, at least until we get to the Ash Tongue area. So just watch
Gato,
it.
you have a poison in your group. Should be dropping poison cleansing.
until we get into the open air here, just assume everything drops an insane amount of poison damage.
Sorry, we have 3 Resto Shamans. Do we set up Earth Shields? Shamans?
I'll get Fox.
Let's kill these 2 Aqua spawn real quick.
I'll get Grass.
Then we're going to kill the pack on the left first. The pack on the right is the first actual difficult part of this entire instance. And it's not hard if you know what you're doing. We're going to play it real safe the first few weeks by spamming some banishes and some cheaps. But we'll talk about that after this dies.
Gotta love the thing turns to spit and just.
I don't think he won't do his tail lash while he's casting spit.
Yeah.
So if he's doing that turn thing, it's okay.
Okay, can we get a couple tables real quick? And yeah, if something drops that you can use, please need it. If something drops that you can use and tanks can also use it, please let the tanks have it. Okay, so these 2 turtles can be hibernated, and the 2 dudes can be sheeped. So on the way in, Grass, if you could hibernate Circle and then pick up Skull. Tenric, if you could hibernate Triangle and then pick up X. Hakan get Moon, and Aniq get Square. The generals will break CC. So the 2 mages, you guys need to be spamming those sheeps until the generals are dead. And Fox, be ready to pick up the turtles when they eventually come out. This stuff slaps, and it can quickly get out of hand. Also, everybody turn to your left to look at the hallway over there. Notice that there are a bunch of Aqua spawns. Do not back up into that place. Thank you.
Which guy am I at the start here? Or just watching for turtles?
You're just getting ready for turtles. They'll be relatively
Okay.
quick. We're just buying ourselves some time.
Got it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Says it's immune now.
Yep,
Oh,
that's
there
okay.
it goes.
Shadrick's got Square right now. Just be aware of that. As soon as X dies, damage goes down considerably. Still got big damage for about 5 seconds.
Is that net random, or should we be spreading out?
The net, you say?
Yeah, we were getting netted, taking damage. Is it like a clump AoE thing?
Harpooners just do it. It's not a big deal. Alright, congrats. It's the first clean first try of that pack I've seen yet.
Yeah, we made that look easy.
Okay, you cannot body pull these 2 lords, they need to be pulled back. So if a hunter wants to grab those, same tank targets. And Fox, just be ready for the spawns, because there might be a few of them.
Got it.
Poison cleanse.
Well, their aggro's weird.
Yes, it is.
They definitely poison cleanse these. They're also stunnable, interruptible.
Yes.
Poison
Okay.
cleanse.
Now, before we do Nagensis, we're going to do this pack back here. This is arguably the hardest trash pack in the instance, for no good reason. Everybody come over by star. Don't go near the entrance. Come over here. We're going to LOS these around this edge here. When they gather up, your primary focus, if you have a stun or an interrupt, is to do that. If you have poison cleanses, that's your other primary focus. Healers heal, yada yada. The only people that should be like just pure AoE DPSing here are mages and warlocks. These things will one-shot the entire raid if they get their poison bolts off all at the same time and stuff. There's a lot of them. Don't underestimate it. War stomps are huge. Bombs are huge. Yada yada. Here we
There's
go.
a pad of 2 along the right side. Do we want to kill that first?
They won't pull with it. Fox, if you want to
They
pull
don't?
this.
Okay, cool.
Sure.
Stuns, interrupts, whatever you got.
You can use Arcane Torrent as well. Blood Elves.
Very nicely done. Remember that, because, you know, I'm never going to say it again. So, all right, Agentis is super easy. Everybody needs to spread out. Let's do Warlock group go to the left, Mage group go to the right, and Hunters, you guys can stay in the middle here. Make sure you're about 10 yards away from your friends, just like Lurker. If one of your friends gets a spine placed in them and you are close by, go over, click on it. Make sure you have at least one free inventory slot so that you can pick up that spine. And when I call for it, you are going to throw it at Agentis. So, yeah. Do not do it before I call for it. This is like Vosh cores, except for the difference is if you turn it in early, people die. Healers. There is not a lot of raid damage out here, and Agentis doesn't slap too hard either. Please make sure that everybody stays constantly topped off. Frail, Fangorn, and Zeph, if you guys want to purely focus on the tank, and the shamans can take care of a little bit of raid healing. That'll help out a lot. This also only requires one tank, so Teneric if you want to go Cat, and Fox if you want to just help heal or whatever.
It'll just look pretty.
When he bubbles himself, it can only be popped by throwing the spine, and when it is popped, it does 8,500 damage to the raid. So healers, make sure everybody's topped off when the bubble happens and after we pop it.
Cutting it close, Cleric.
What? Oh, my health?
9.1.
Yeah. All right. Let's make sure you're buffed up. By the way, I have neglected my own consumes. What the heck? Where'd my flasks go? Anybody have deaths?
I'm trading you right now.
Not prepared.
Heck
Yeah, no.
W.
Do you need mana pots?
No, I'm good.
That's a loot ban.
Keg W.
Bandage?
Okie dokie.
When are we last?
Here we go. Also,
Go.
Grass, if you could, if you drag him back in between these two pillars here, the two flags, so the raid has more room to spread out. You guys are way too clumped right now.
This is sort of a lust on pull type of fight.
Yes, it is.
I'm assuming you want healers just scattered.
5, 4,
Yeah,
3,
just spread out. All right, go ahead and lust. There's the
Good fairy
first.
fire, please.
Spine is going to be on Ephraim.
Shield's
There you go.
coming in 3 seconds. Make sure everybody's nice and
There you
topped
go.
up.
If you want to back up and go right a little bit, you're on the melee, a little close.
All right,
Healed.
go ahead and toss it. And heal everybody up. Psycho and Moral, go ahead and lust.
Plus,
You want to battle Riz, Zeph?
No, I'll save it for other
It's
stuff.
fine on lava. Somebody get it.
beat the second shield lull.
Figured we would.
Yeah. Yeah, Syngenta. So two things. We need to be a little bit better about picking up those spines. They stun the person that they're on, so it's a big DPS loss, and B, it also does a dot that we don't like. You can pull us back, Chris. And secondly, if you have less than like 9k health when you're buffed, consider bringing stam food for this fight in particular. You know, you die quick.
I don't know how close Zeph was to fully. Might have been at like 85 or 90.
Zeph
I was
has
taking some
45
other
damage.
ability. The needle spine was hitting me.
Just bubbled.
Yeah. Okay. So, oh yeah, paladins can bubble that stuff. What was I gonna say? Yeah. So lava. Difference. When you get impaled, somebody else has to click it. Right. When you are impaled, you don't do anything. You just stand there and take damage. The person that clicks it gets it looted into their inventory. That person's the one that has to wait for my call. I will be building a weak aura if it's possible to automatically let people know when to do things, just by checking the raid's health. But yeah. Okay. This shit dies really quick. Fox, if you want to pick up the little stuff.
I went a little early. Nice taunt.
They have 25k. I don't think you need to wait for your tank
Yeah,
on these.
no, we don't have to pull stuff on the left. Just come to the right. Tenric and Brass on Skull and X. The Skystalkers here, they're going to be range tanked most of the time. They don't do a ton of damage, just don't stay on the fire. And healers, be aware that not tanks will be taking damage pretty consistently. When they are on the ground or close to it, Fox, you can try and pick them up. They're not tauntable though, so...
Stack this shit up for seats, boys.
You Skull and X cleave?
I don't believe so.
I took damage from something. I might.
These pull with the Skystalkers, so try and stack them all up in the future.
Can't really move the Skystalkers.
No,
Yeah,
they
you
can
gotta
move their
the other
mobs to
ones.
you though.
Let's keep moving. As we continue and get more of those packs, ranged DPS, whenever the big ones are in the air, the Skystalkers are in the air, you guys will be on those and let the melee handle the ones on the ground.
Here's the only mob in the room that's threatening.
Yeah, these things do a number of weird mechanics. Big thing is just make sure they're faced away, because they do this. They also do an AoE War Stomp that's going to stun everybody for like 3 seconds. And here's the Reign of Chaos. Don't stand in that.
Yeah, it hurts.
That's big.
It's all in the melee.
Can you give me another one? Also have an AoE stun.
More fire.
Don't stand in rain.
We're getting 2 more friends.
Yeah, Fox, if you want to pick up these 2 real quick. And we're going to get Skystalkers with them, so just be ready for a little bit of damage here. Yeah, rain.
Melee out.
Finish off the big guy first, please. Don't see the little ones yet.
And that Reign of Chaos is one of those mechanics where you stop cast and move because you can get a stun followed up and then you're stuck in it.
Alright, casters on Skystalkers, or ranged DPS rather on Skystalkers. Don't stand in fire. Warlocks, if you're going to seed these packs, do seed off of the worm colors just so that you're hitting the Skystalkers. Now, I'm not entirely certain how much room we need for Supremacist just yet, so we're going to be a little bit safe about how much we clear. Do keep in mind that as we continue to learn the instance, we might end up just doing Supremacist now, but we're going to clear the left and the right first.
Did you notice yesterday that Supremacist always knocks away melee in phase 2 before attacking them?
Yeah.
Oh, so we can basically make Shadow Res stuff, like, immediately, right? When we're already friendly?
You can make 2 pieces immediately. The other 2 for, like, lock tanks, you need honored. We won't get there.
We will get there if we do a little bit of trash farm. Up to council, put me, I want to say, like 3k away from honored.
So the things that we're skipping now, are we gonna kill them on his line?
I'm sorry, we're gonna kill them when?
Are we gonna kill the stuff that we're skipping now?
Maybe if we need the rep. I have to do the calculation on that. But we probably won't in general unless we have extra time. It'll be the kind of thing that we do for rings and hearts and stuff like that. Not something that we do during a regular farm raid if we're not looking for those things specifically. Or if we're running short on time for whatever reason.
Ooh,
The annoying part about clearing this room out, like the orcs are really easy, but those riders are just slow because they're annoying.
All right, get these worm collars. They will come with a couple friends. Over here, team. Where you going?
Where are you? You're not star anymore. There you are.
Who keeps taking star off? Ranged on the Skystalkers.
Come down, please.
If you backpedal a little bit while you have aggro, they'll come down.
Yeah, they descend as they chase you.
I'm just gonna stare at him.
Yeah, Nick, if you just run away a little bit, it'll land. There you go.
Over to the other side. Alright, so while we're killing this, Supremacist, the big guy to our left, really only has 3 mechanics. During his first phase, he is Patchwork. He'll have a Hateful Strike that will hit the highest health target. Threat doesn't actually matter for the off-tank. It'll just hit the highest health target, and that'll be that.
If you're targeted by a flying guy, run away.
Yeah, it looks like we got an extra here, so just be aware. Stay out of...
There's 4 dragons, yeah.
Yep. Stay out of fire. Watch your feet.
Curious, is this one right here low enough for melee to hit?
Nope.
Oh, okay, wow, they really have to come down all the way.
If you jump, I think you can hit it with abilities, but you won't be able to light hit it.
There we go, that should be good now.
You got aggro on this far one slide if you want to move and drag it down.
I was curious how low they have to look for their hitboxes to be on the ground.
My Consecrate was hitting it, but I couldn't use any special abilities.
We good?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
It was like just above the ground.
Yeah, if you jump.
Okay.
By the way, we're going to be drowning in gems.
Yeah. So this first, first phase is just a patchwork mechanic. So which of the two of you has more health? Tenric. Tenric, you're going to be main tanking this. That is very important. Grass, you cannot pass him. If the off tank has more health than the main tank, he will ignore the off tank and just one-shot some melee. It's either a bug or intended, I don't know. But yeah, so Tenric will be main tanking this. The second phase, he's going to run around like Thaladred. If you are fixated, you need to not be near him, which also means that melee, you guys need to be careful. And yeah, do not run him down this path. Do not run him down this path. If you are being chased by him, either run to one wall or the other up here, right? So that range DPS can continue DPSing. We'll basically lust off the pull, yeah. When the chase phase ends, he drops all threat. So please watch the DBM timer on the chase phase. It is accurate down to the millisecond. Tanks, be ready to dump threat when it hits 0. And DPS, please, 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 please do not pull threat. The only other thing that you have to worry about is there is occasionally fire on the ground during phase 1. and volcanoes on the ground during phase 2. Don't stand near either of them. All right. Let's give this a shot. Supremacy does slap, by the way, so just make sure that we're watching both tanks. Yeah.
Make sure you have a Hellstone. If you end up with a volcano on you and you don't pop one, you're probably dead.
Sorry, how many threat drops does he have? Or is it percentage based?
It is only after phase 2. So when he goes from chasing people back to regular tank again is when the threat drop happens.
Okay.
You can, however, pull threat during phase 2 off the fixate person, just like Thaladred. So watch your threat meter if you're still pumping.
Oh, and the graphic on Volcano is about 1.5 times the size of what you see on the ground. So really run away.
This is a big boy.
Alright, go ahead and lust.
Yeah, he's huge, but his hitbox is the size of a regular mob.
Whoa. Stares at me for a while.
Watch that flame.
Got all the tanks facing different ways.
Yeah, Grass, you don't actually need second threat here, so just stay on top of Tenric. Don't worry about, that way the melee aren't getting parried.
Oh, if you doom at the start of this fight, chances are you're gonna get a pull off the fixate target.
Joy.
Alright, kite phase starts in 3 seconds. Spread out a bit.
Get out of fire.
Targeted totem.
On purple flave, don't go more than 40 yards.
There's the volcano.
They spawn all over the place.
Yep.
Henrik?
And unlike Thaldred, he can just be tanked by tanks. Like, he doesn't hit that hard.
Yeah, I was wondering. That's why I kind of stated. He only hit for about 4.7k when he was fixated on me.
When he sprints.
Yeah, if he's chasing you and you're more than 40 yards away, he'll sprint to 20 yards, but it's not a big deal.
15 seconds to a normal phase.
It's a long phase.
Five seconds until phase transition. Hold DPS. Tanks get it.
NXF, that was beautiful. Good reaction time there.
Alright.
I'm facing the opposite way, melee, watch out.
Psycho and Moray go and Lust.
Out.
Melee, look out. Fire.
Yo, everything being a demon, it's pretty sick.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot my trinket. Whoops.
I think it's only 3/9 of Black Temple that you can use Phylactery.
I can actually do threat things.
And that's the premise.
We did
Nice
it.
belt.
Ooh.
Ori cleaning up.
That's Flory to you.
Yeah, the volcano is super scary. Healers can't save you if you're not quick enough to move out of a volcano. If you see a volcano spawn near you, you need to already be moving and hitting your health stone. That's about it.
Yeah, the AoE was bigger than I thought it was going to be.
Okay, now here's where we get to Asphalt Territory. Please do not peek this corner. So most of these mobs aren't actually that scary, but this one, marked Skull, does an AoE gouge that I don't like. And then these two are obviously a bit of an annoyance. So Fox, you're gonna grab the little dudes. Fox is gonna take the majority of the damage here. Tenric will still be on X. Grass will be on Diamond for this. These can be AoE'd. Watch cleaves though. X and Diamond do cleave.
Pally buffs, please.
Rebuff.
I love these Asian copy pastas.
Ice
Man, red circle bad.
Can you do Kings while you read the chat, please?
Yeah, fuck yourself. Just don't die, I won't have to rebuff you.
Alright. Looks like we're good. Fox, if you just want to peek the corner and toss the shield out.
Oh, I would love to.
Frisbee.
Captain America.
Please let the tanks get threat on these. Things
Oh,
get...
they silence. Neat.
Oh, everyone's
The
silenced.
Centurions do a frontal cone silence, so yeah. Kind of like the first witches in Serpent Shrines.
Right of fire?
Yep.
So this Heartseeker is bow guy, so make sure you're... I grabbed aggro on it. It was just shooting random people.
We might end up actually pulling those all the way back around to where the ramp is, just for safety's sake. But not sure.
Nobody died.
That looked clean enough.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, we don't have to kill this pack on the left. We're going to.
Line of sight with this side.
Yeah. If nobody presses any buttons, we can just stay over here and let Fox pull it over there.
Oh.
Give ourselves a little bit more room.
Oh. Stay over by star.
If you're not LOS, you're wrong, though. Like, if you're not far enough away, we're LOS. You're wrong.
Alright, well, here we go.
Not sure why the Heartseekers marked skull, but it works.
Should be the Bone Slicer? Question mark?
Yeah, it doesn't matter too much.
And these do silence me on the pull every time, so aggro is going to be a little weird for like the
Try and bring him a little closer, Fox. Oh, you can't for any chaos. Okay. Where that Heartseeker stopped, you guys were all out of range of each other.
Yeah, I just pull mine to the Heartseeker just because it is ranged and won't get any closer to Fox.
There's definitely a way here to...
These don't seem to hurt that bad.
You can dead zone it, Tenric, once you have aggro, just by backpedaling.
Oh yeah, I mean I just pull my mob to it.
Yeah, there's definitely a way here to deal with the silence before the pull. I think if one of the bears stays in line of sight, it'll probably cast it at them and you can dodge it. But uncertain. Okay, we're going to wait here for the pat. Not something that we're going to be doing during speedruns, obviously, but the big dudes do a lot of things that aren't very fun when you're talking about a room that's as crowded as this. So when these guys get here, we're going to kill Skull and X. Fox, you're going to be on the big guy. Grass, Skull, Tenric, X. The big guys fear, so Tremor Totems. They do giant rains of fire, so make sure that you've got a place to go.
Give me an MD and X, I'm at the LOS at being a ranged guy.
They also Hellfire, and it's a massive Hellfire. So Fox, try to tank him in like the center of this doorway here. I'll stand the Hellfire.
Nobody is.
I am.
Surprisingly, where I was standing was not in Hellfire, but it looked like it.
We've all learned from Arena Fire.
Oh, the fuck?
Yeah, they
Shadow
kind of just
Fiends.
die.
Okay.
Ooh, tremors.
Save your sappers.
That's a sapper moment right there.
Cool. All right.
That's useless
Hug the right.
damage.
The pad on the left, does it stop
He
here?
turns around. Yep.
Is that fear on those
No, we
guys?
got it. We got it.
We pulled. We pulled.
All right, grab this. Hold DPS for a second while I pick these up. The primalists are the annoying part. Let's focus this.
Can you bring him over, Fox? Thanks. Nice.
Totems?
What
Yeah,
totems?
I forgot. The feral spirits have like a 60-yard aggro radius. All right, if it's got a mana bar, feel free to focus on it.
I bopped you, Ori.
Yeah, bops don't help much on these packs. It's mostly magic damage.
Yeah, he was tanking the mob.
Don't sweat the storm colors if they're attacking range. They don't hit us any harder than they hit you.
I'll stay on lightning clouds. Folks.
These battle lords do nice stun.
Can you purge or trank that in rage?
It should be trankable.
It's not
And
purgeable.
rages aren't, it's frenzies that are.
There's one mob in here that's trankable. Maybe not that one.
Parent, watch your back. Let's get
Ooh,
people
that's a big pattern.
buffed and yeah.
All right, Ori.
Glad we got it on PTR.
The fear that was on that mob, is that a percentage base or is it timer based?
Oh, the big guys?
Yeah.
It's random. What order their abilities come out in? Completely random.
All right, Fox.
Typically they do them as a cycle though.
Could you LOS over to here maybe? And I mean, Brass
We
can
can
grab this.
we can walk
bouncers
into
off
this. We can walk into this.
Okay.
You first.
5,
Just don't go inside that room
3,
or
2,
halfway into it.
1.
There's some mobs in the next room that aggro from about 18 screens away.
First heart.
Everybody passed, but
I mean,
you
why?
got the pattern, so
Congrats,
just
Frail.
Okay.
I get a
Frail
pattern.
is unique, right?
So honestly, don't know what the mobs in here do because we accidentally pulled like 4 packs and just killed it all. But I think they're the same as that spirit pack. Yeah. All right. Grab one side and just LOS it.
It's already coming.
Yep.
Yeah,
The
those
feral
spirits
spirits have a like when I say 60-yard aggro radius, I mean it's like a 60-yard aggro radius. Try and face the battle lord away if we can, Tenric. I think it cleaves.
Yeah, I was trying to figure where everyone was standing at in the pile.
Plus, if those spirits see you near anything, they love to social the entire room.
Sweeping wing clip. Neat.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to bring FAPs for that. That's annoying.
I have Fabs if anyone wants them.
Oh, hey, by the way, when we get into this room, there's a stealth Takama right in front of us. Do not talk to him.
Here comes the Doge.
Mystic first.
Man, I need that ability on my hunter.
Okay. Grab these 2 primalists, just LOS them. That's far enough back.
Getting poisoned.
There's a very large chance that we just walk into this room and take everything at some point.
Even the boss? Because he was pretty easy.
Yeah, even the boss, because the boss takes like a minute to start anyway. Okay, hug the left here. I want to grab this left pack, but not the right pack for hashtag reasons.
Are you're doing the we're doing the thing?
Doing the thing.
Nice. I've been wanting to try that. God, that first phase is gonna go so fast this way.
Mm-hmm.
That's good, because when we did it last night, our prop pally literally got overrun.
Okay, so Shade Okama, here's how this is going to work. Everybody drink up while I'm talking. Make sure you've got all your buffs, because we're basically about to start the boss. It's not really a boss, though. We're going to kill this pack over here. Except... we'll do that. Grass. You're going to grab Star, and you're going to pull it out of the pack, and you're just going to hold on to it. Nobody's going to touch it. Nobody touches Star. When we start the boss, Grass is going to put Star basically inside of where the Shade is, up there on that platform. And when the channelers become active, all of our Warlocks are going to seed off of it. And it's going to hit all of the channelers at once, and this entire thing is going to be a giant joke. While that's happening, the boss fight basically is those channelers. Henrik, you're going to be picking up big ads that come from either doorway, either this one to the left over here, the far side, and Fox, you're going to be picking up the little ads. Everybody is going to be up on that platform up there to make their job a little bit easier, so that everything comes to us, and they don't have to go chasing it. But yeah, after Shade becomes active, we'll pop Lusts. We'll use about 20 seconds of them and get free loot.
Does Star cleave?
I think so, but yeah. Just, yeah.
Okay. So there's nobody standing in front of Star except for Grass.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, everyone's
don't
been
use too much mana on this.
Everyone's been trying to tank them in each doorway, and I was wondering why the hell everyone wasn't just going to the platform.
Yeah, I don't get it either. All right.
Why would you not want to funnel
You
them?
can pre-position them if you want, Grass. Just get them up there and hold on to them.
I was a little worried about line of sight.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Just need a healer.
All right, I'm gonna go start the RP because it takes a second. These channelers don't fight back, by the way, so you know.
3, 2, 1.
Warm up.
Don't kill stuff.
All right, go ahead and start seeding.
No touch Star.
And kill all this stuff.
Oh, I fucking love this. And thank you for keeping those mobs outside of seed range so we don't rip anyone.
Should I keeping this defender down low or up top for any reason?
Yeah, you just keep them up here and let them die. All right, you can kill these now.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah. Tanks, keep picking up the ads.
Just wait to see how fast Shade dies here.
Go ahead and pop Lust. Ignore the ads, blow up Shade.
Clark, I'm convinced lusting for the seed phase is the fastest way to do this fight.
Honestly, it might be. I don't know. We're going to get to a point where the Warlocks have such good seed gear that the entire phase just lasts 5 seconds anyway.
Well, what I was thinking was swapping Resto in for that first phase and just lusting for us for the seeds.
Yeah,
that
makes sense.
Everybody else after.
Jesus.
All right, there's that trash fight.
Neato.
Also, stay here for a second. Obviously, we're not going to wait during speedruns, but I don't want to aggro the stealth packs outside. And once our Akama is done with his lovely RP, everything outside becomes friendly to us, which is really nice.
Does everybody need to make sure they have their pet bar visible and relative pet functions bound?
Yeah. So, Gorefiend, if you haven't, Darhol, did you put those macros somewhere? Can you post them again?
They're
What's the
not.
number
So
sequence again?
I'll link them somewhere.
Yeah.
45333 or something.
54333.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if you get the thing on Gorefiend, make sure you're killing your ghosts. Yada yada. We'll talk a little bit more about it when we get there. It's a super easy fight as long as nobody fucks up the ghosts. It is on your pet bar, not your main bar, like it theoretically should be. So it's not just 54333, unless you put those abilities into your regular 54333 buttons, in which case, do whatever you want. Yeah, it's 5 is Frost Nova, 4 is an AoE damage ability, so you have to be closest to them when you do both of those. And then you 3-tab, 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 and realistically, you can get away with just 3-tabbing the entire time, and you'll be fine. All right, let's go.
They're in resources. Oh, that's officer resources. Fuck's sake.
Yeah.
There we go. Daybreak resources. What some people do is actually just add those cast sequences to their main used abilities, because they don't do anything obviously if you can't cast them. That way you can just use your 1, 2, 3s or whatever.
Okay, don't go too far. We're gonna wait for this Pat to leave. The champions up here throw their swords down and do a big AoE. It's annoying. The Reavers don't seem to do much. I'm going to have Tenric and Brass on the 2 champions, and Fox, you can grab the Reavers. Just make sure you're not standing in whirlwinding swords.
We fighting up there?
Yeah, we will be. We'll likely get the Pat during the fight. It's not a huge deal. Just, yeah. Be ready for it. Okay, let's go.
Glork, when you were talking earlier, were you saying to AoE nuke before freeze? Everybody?
It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. If you freeze first and then AoE nuke, it might break the thing. But
we have one AFK.
Reaver, please. Thank you.
That wasn't even a taunt.
Which one is the Frost Nova and which one's the AoE between the chains and the volley?
Spirit
Chains is AoE, or is
Sword in the range.
The freeze chains. It's a lot of people standing on swords. Chains is chains. It's exactly what it sounds like. Volley is volley.
Fuck, what's that debuff doing to you?
Shadow damage increase.
Glorak, adding class colors to nameplates was like, wow, it's so good now.
Man, if you're
I'm
gonna
have to wear just Giga threats.
do the thing, you gotta do it right?
Yeah, no, it's so noticeable now, like instantly. It's so good.
All right, these roots can be dispelled, by the way. And mass dispelled.
Are you talking about the light blue nameplates? Are those now class colored?
No. The target name on the nameplates that Glorak's been stressing every tank have, and everybody has. You can add class colors to them.
Yeah. I posted mine much time ago.
Yeah, I posted that like before Brass posted it, so
There was a whole big discussion in the tank channel.
Hipster.
Blood mages are annoying and do AoE damage sometimes, so just be aware. Fox, if you just want to peek up LS Police.
Hello.
This is a prime candidate room for a rep farming in the first week.
Yeah.
Whirling
Its range is huge.
Yeah.
You get 51 rep per pack. Like, that's pretty damn good.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Your rep trinkets must be better than mine, because mine's garbage.
It's for the crafting of the Shadow Res for the tank the first week.
You guys
to
are
hit
slightly
all
LOS. Bring them down a little bit.
Well, they're all death coilable.
Yeah, they're not getting taunted, so we death coil. Figure.
I mean, I had 15-second taunt. I can do it once. I did. I do it
Okay,
about twice a night.
stay here. There was some weird issues last night. If I can have a hunter step up, you're actually going to pull these two Houndmasters when they're in between the pack that just ran back, and yeah.
Hunter, pew.
These will dismount. Tenric and Brass pick up the masters themselves, and yeah, right there.
Pew.
Now come back here. Yep.
There's still mobs on the left.
Yep.
A lot of people veering wide.
Yeah, watch totems.
Line of sight.
The Riding Hounds charge. It's not a huge deal. Just, you know, if you're a healer, you probably don't want to be the furthest person away.
Melee needs to master spell.
Just shift out of it.
Yeah, I'll just Ghost Wolf to get out of that. That sounds good.
Alright, head across here. We don't need to kill that pack. Follow star.
Keck.
Hug the wall.
The aggro radius on these things are tiny.
You just run into that. Fox.
Okay.
Where are them rings at, yo?
Yeah, this place, I'm gonna have like 0 mid gear. Just I need as much spell power as possible.
Was that knockback a threat drop too, Grass?
Looks like it.
Oh, the shield wall.
They are a threat drop. Yep.
Nice charge.
That's a fun knockback.
Yep.
What a gamer reaction time.
It's fun doing it on KT.
I got it
Abby,
ready.
Abby, please refrain from complimenting
5,
Brass.
4, 3, 2.
My bad.
He was talking about Tenric, but I understand we look the same to you.
It's been happening for a couple of years now.
Seen one hairy ass, you've seen them all.
I'm just glad I don't look like bacon anymore.
Oh, hello.
Careful on seed.
We got more.
Watch weapon.
I was really thinking that these would be dead by now, but that's a nice Viper Sting. Love that.
Melee are rooted in a spinning sword.
Yeah, Farrell, we need you to be quick on those massive spells.
Yeah, I got charged. Just running away from the sword.
Ooh,
Oh,
big
huge.
So that's my diss.
Let's let people get some mana before we walk up. In the next room, we walk past most of it, but
Three raids, not a single trash ring saw yet. By the way, they sounds super fucking.
I've seen
rare.
one. Let's get
I was
rebuffs
hoping
on
for like 5 per raid.
Kangi and Bacon, please.
Fortitude's at 4 minutes, AI's at 7, running down.
Actually, yeah, let's just refresh our buffs real quick, please. Make sure you've got your, your food, your flasks, your oils.
Good time to macro click static pop up or click pet action bars into your main 5 abilities.
Jokes on you, only 2 people.
What if you're playing a class that doesn't use 5 abilities?
Ooh.
True.
Sidri, try turning on enemy nameplates. It might not just be on.
Plug the left.
I have it set to display, but I might have it messed up somewhere else.
Yeah, go to interface.
Yeah, it's you have to toggle it on in Blizzard UI. Yeah. It's off by default when you copy a character.
Oh, okay. Let me check.
Hug the wall.
Oh, you can skip so much in this place.
Mm-hmm. That's why I'm really interested to see what Warcraft Logs does with the speedrun requirements.
This room honestly feels like
we
one
have to
you
kill
can
this
just roll
pack.
through by.
We want blood mages first. Fox, you're gonna tank all of the little stuff. Teneric and Grass, I need both of you on the flare. The only thing that he does is cleave. He doesn't auto. It's nothing but cleaves, and he occasionally decides to ignore primary threat in favor of secondary threat. So, face him away, and yeah.
Do you stack on each other and face away?
4,
yeah.
3, 2,
we pull left.
1.
Did we pull left? Why did we pull left? Why are people over
No
there?
idea. I didn't even see anyone go over there.
It's only 2 little guys, but
No, there's more that isn't cool.
Good enough.
We did it. We made it.
Hooray, we did it.
These slap, so just be aware. Go and grab them.
The bears got it.
Leave or anything else to worry about?
Yep.
As is tradition.
Big guys with axes.
That is trankable.
Yeah, it is a frenzy.
I mean, they don't hurt regardless, but...
Alright,
I mean, you almost dipped to 95%.
So we can have a little bit of rage going into the fight. So first things first, Grass, I'm going to have you tank this. Please put on full mitt, like full mitt.
Full mitt?
Like full mitt. Yeah, he was chunking me at armor cap for close to 8k, 9k.
Yeah, he's one of the hardest hitting bosses in this place.
Okay, so there's only one mechanic to this fight. If you get the Touch of Death Shadow debuff thing, you're going to run over here to where Star currently is. Everybody turn and look in the corner.
Do you want me to go cat while he goes full mitt?
Yeah. So you're going to run over here, and you're going to die. You don't need to run over here immediately. The debuff lasts a minute. When you've got 15 seconds left, you want to run over here. Okay? You're going to die. We're going to put a soul stone on you so that when you're done with your ghosty stuff, you can come back. But you're going to die. And when you're dead, you're going to deal with ghosts. You're going to do AoE abilities first, and then you're going to tab between them using Spirit Lance. If they get to the raid, they are going to start killing people. So yeah. Healers, you might be able to heal through 1 or 2 ghosts. You will not be able to heal through 4. People that are killing your ghosts, your job is not to kill one and then move to the next. There's a stacking debuff that slows them down. Your job is to tab between them all and slow them all progressively. Okay. If you've never done this before, I highly recommend you go play the minigame at some point. Not right now, you should have done it already, but you know. Once you have killed your ghosts, you go back to this corner and help your friend kill their ghost until yours expires, at which point you can soulstone and come back and join the fight. Soulstones. Darhole, you're going to get our first person. Erebos, you're going to get our second person. F-Frames, you're going to get our third person. Okay? We shouldn't really have more than 2, but yeah.
Yeah, we're calling that out in party.
Oh, okay. Other than that, there is minor raid damage that goes out. The raid's all going to stack in the back of the little alcove here, the little balcony that he's standing on, so we can be healed easily. And the tank's just going to take him facing away from us. The tank takes the vast majority of the damage, but do not, by any means, let somebody with the debuff die on the platform. Don't do it. If they have the debuff and they're missing health, top them up. There's also a dispellable debuff that goes out that needs to be dispelled pretty quickly. Zeph and Pharrell, you guys are in charge of that. Fox, you can help.
I'll help.
Just a heads up. I guess I just got my wife just called me. My kids' school. I think they're closing early today, so I might have to dip in like an hour or so, or maybe less.
Thanks for the heads up.
But good for now.
Yeah, and don't run early. Like 15 seconds is all you need to get to the back corner.
Yeah, if you leave early, you're just not doing damage to the boss.
Okay, one more thing. The ghosts, if you don't have spirits to kill, you can melee Gorefiend with your first ability, which reduces his damage done. It's nice. But, yeah.
How often does the debuff go out?
We should only get 2. It's like once a minute, I think. Once 30 seconds, maybe.
And you can kill your mobs in about 30-40 seconds if you do the rotation perfect, so...
Can someone type out the sequence again? Just so I can write it down. Mentally. Write it down.
Yeah, just tab through the 3s. That's all you gotta do.
I will put it this way. If you can't comprehend the order of the buttons that you're supposed to press or anything else like that, if you literally just tab Spirit Lance, you'll be fine. It'll be slower, but you'll do your job.
I haven't seen 2 people in a row do it right yet, so let's do it.
By the way, when the ghosts get to the raid on the platform, we can't attack them, so don't even try. Healers just have to heal their targets. So yeah. Okay, let's do this thing. Fox, if you want to tank X, so that Tender can stay in cat gear. Yeah.
5.
When the boss dies, if their spirit's still alive, you still have to kill them if you're a ghost.
Pull these back a little bit. We're gonna LOS pull Warfiend himself, so just stick to the left side of the room here, and I'll show you what we're gonna do.
This is one of those fights where everybody thought it was going to be challenging, and it turned out to be so stupidly easy.
Yeah.
It's only
All
challenging.
right. Come up here to the left. Come up here to the left. Come up here to the left. Grass is going to go in first. Everybody else is going to follow Star, and we'll be good to go. All right, Grass, on you.
Less on pull, question mark?
Basically. We're going to wait for him to get threat, because he's in full mit.
Obviously.
Alright.
Big threat.
Gun Lust.
Bacon.
damn it. Of course.
Show me what you got.
No pressure.
I want to see what you got.
Can't have an officer screwed up. No pressure.
You guys let me die, right? Feels bad, man. Yeah, you got to dispel that incinerate pretty quickly. Henry, can you get me up?
Yep.
Assume some people's UIs aren't working perfectly, and maybe just announce if you have that. I don't know.
Yeah, Bacon, go.
Second.
I'm going.
All right, that's you, Erebos.
Psycho and Moray, go ahead and Lust.
I don't even see Psycho. There he is.
Third is on Shirix. Ephraim, get him. Do you have a Soulstone made in case we need it? Purple?
Yeah.
We won't. The debuff lasts a minute. He's gonna be dead.
Bye, Tenry.
Shall die after he's dead.
Oh yeah, it falls if it doesn't go off before the boss dies. It falls off, right?
Yeah, sure. You just stay and execute if you haven't left yet.
Yeah, just hold yours. Purple.
The ghosts do have to die after Gorfian does, so everybody stay away from them and let the dudes kill them.
Yeah,
Wow,
it goes pretty easy.
We're literally in one debuff territory. That was 3% when he popped.
Ooh, a little soul
How the fuck did I die again?
Oh, that's Warlock Biz?
Oh, are we out of,
That's a cool
out of
axe.
constructs? Nice. All right, good
Everybody
job, those of you
rolled
that
this Farscape
got
and
the
deleted.
thing.
Let's take a selfie.
Oh, you do a lot of damage if you get the thing.
Yeah.
You have Soulstone, don't you, Bacon?
Oh, I died again. As I was running back into the boss, I died again.
Walk straight out all the way to the wall and then hang a left.
Yeah, that incinerates a
We pulled
don't
two in the back.
finish. Don't
Abijaya,
finish
no.
task.
Oh, my bad. I was literally running with someone.
You're too thick.
They don't hit hard. I took like 4 hits earlier from one.
Yeah, those the dispel on that fight is just it's an instant reaction.
Yeah, I gotta stop doing my squats.
I let a greater heal go off on Tenric, and Clark died in that 2.5 seconds.
Yeah, I think actually, let me take a look at my death because I got hit with 3 things at once.
I should have gotten it.
I got incinerated at the same time that my Shadowward Death hit. But yeah, Incinerate was on me for 3 seconds. Needs to be dispelled instantly because it takes every second.
I noticed too, DBM does a little pop-up when you does it.
You have the
because
Thames
it
pack?
actually takes time to get to the person.
So I got 2 Magenta Spines still. Can I use these somewhere? Chuck them at a boss?
Duel someone outside?
Watch where you're walking.
Tool someone outside. Pop a pally bubble.
Bubble Spike, Hearthstone.
Waiting to hear someone panic when they see a random stealth mob and think they're about to die. Even when you know what to expect, when you see one, your heart still skips a beat.
I think I clicked almost every spine on that fight.
I saw Bacon take over and as enhance on the chart. I was like, dude, what am I doing wrong? I'm like, I haven't missed anything on my rotation.
I was a ghost. That's what you did wrong.
Clark, is there
That's
some
bullshit.
trash
Second?
to the end? Like all the way to the end?
What are you talking about? I didn't hear the question. People talking.
Trash. Is there still a bunch of trash all the way to the end?
Yes.
Like
Yeah, there's
once
still
you
decent
pass
amount.
ritual?
Yep. Mother
So
has a decent amount of trash.
Hitting Honored might require almost no deviation, which is perfect for us.
Yeah, just like an actual full clear.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much, which would be amazing.
Okay, we don't actually need to kill this guy. We're going to wait for him to go to the left, and then we're going to hook the right.
Aw.
What do you mean, aw? Alright, fine. Murder him.
Yay.
Teneric, grab the other little dude. Yeah.
When I saw that I had it, I was just mentally thinking, rip Wind Fury in Group 1.
Ugh.
Here comes the help. Oh, no, it's a fear.
Yeah, parsing Shade and Blood Boil and Gorfiend are all going to be like... Yike.
Shade, they might not
right now
even
you
do
want the
parses
ghost,
on
right?
it.
Yeah, if they leave it in the log, you want to be a ghost.
Yeah, exactly. Which is what it's like. One way or the other, you're hoping for something that you might not get.
Yeah. They'll probably remove the ghost damage if I had to assume.
I'm
They should just
hoping
remove the whole thing.
I'm hoping that they don't count ghosts on Gorfiend, because you're more likely not to get it than get it, right?
Yeah.
I'm hoping that they completely nuke Shade. We give them the Gothic / Viscidus treatment. And
yeah, I agree.
And disqualify anybody that gets the debuff on Blood Boil.
Oof.
I don't remember them
we have to
removing
LOS
logs for
this a little
Velstros.
bit. If somebody just wants to walk up a little bit, this will pull pretty far. And just bring it back. They didn't remove logs on Velstros, but also like they probably should have. It was
It's
early.
like burning adrenaline was insane.
Yeah, I don't think that they really understood yet. Oh, so these Blade Flurries, whirlwind and drop threat and aren't tauntable and stuff. So just don't stand near them. Also, can we not pull threat on the things that don't do that?
I can't taunt you, Glorak.
So which mobs are the ones that we have to worry about in this pack? For dropping?
The Blade Flurries. Okay, actually, I just
Do you want to
realized...
Skull X them next time, single target, and then AoE everything?
Maybe. They don't actually do that much damage as long as you're not... It's like Leo Whirlwind, where it's very healable. It's just everybody that died pulled threat on something else as well.
I mean, Ephraim just got hit for 6.7k on a Blade Fury.
Yeah, he got hit by a melee, not the Whirlwind.
It was the Blade Fury one.
It just occurred to me that a bunch of people probably don't have this week Aura. And if you don't have this week Aura, remind me to give it to you on live too. But one moment. If you don't have that, you need that. It'll show you a mob that's currently whirlwinding and whether you're in range of that whirlwind. It's really nice. But yeah, we can try nuking Blade Flurries on those. The auto marker that I'm using right now isn't actually set up for anything. It's just default, whatever they said was the right way.
Yeah, pull aggros all over the place.
I can't promote to officer on this character.
I'll be right back 1 minute.
Okay, so these behemoths have a variety of abilities, but the important part is we're all going to stack. Because one of them is a meteor. Doesn't hit for shit if we're all stacked, but otherwise it's kind of annoying. Let's go left first. Here we stack up. Stick together.
Give me a second. I am not there.
We're heading Blood Boil next, right?
Yeah. Stack up, stack up, stack up. Also, yeah, they can cleave, so you know. Probably not face apparent
there.
Red.
I don't know if you had to worry about it yesterday with what you were doing, Glorak, but I did notice to account for some tank
tank.
problems.
Pally tank ring.
You can bubble to force the drop and then have them run out of melee to, trigger the threat.
We're just gonna do it the way that it's supposed to be.
Yeah. I'm saying if shit goes wrong, it's something you can call it on the fly, and they can run out and then reset their threshold.
Stack on the bum.
I'm not saying to use it as a strategy, but to use it as a if you need to, like if someone's just out of control with their threat and stacks for some reason.
Laura, can you link that week or one more time?
Wow.
My everything freaked out for a minute there, and I don't know why.
Okay, so where are the blade flares?
There we go.
That one and that one. Yeah, so I guess Fox just take everything else if Teneric and Grass, you guys want to focus on those two, and then pull some stuff off them when they're dead. Let's go.
Your VE should be able to sustain your entire group if you guys all take a stack too.
Yeah.
I noticed not everybody was using the Shadow Priest group to soak, and I was wondering, like, why the hell not? It's completely free.
Wow.
It's the most important.
Yeah, that
item
seems to
copy
work
over.
really well on these decks.
Yeah, whatever the hell we just did differently. Let's do that every time.
Yeah, that was.
Poison.
Oh yeah, don't stand in the dead dogs, by the way.
Dude.
Rip.
It only does 700 damage. Don't call John Wick.
Oh, there's more mobs. I forgot.
Yeah, always.
There's an entire another hallway.
I'm gonna use so many sappers in this dungeon.
Okay, so we can AoE this off the rip to get rid of the little dudes, but yeah, Skull and Extra March, go. Pull them back a little bit.
Gratzicon. Hey.
Big PTR loot.
Oh, the cleave is real on these things.
If they could hit you.
I meant like we're. Ooh.
There it is.
That's a big boy ray.
Who got the ancient knowledge?
I did. Hook on.
Get on the bump.
Wasted.
Haystrings on a.
Oh, I see how it is.
Just remember, every haste item in Tier 6 does not affect Arcane.
There's a lot of people that just don't like to follow instructions.
I mean, it was from me, though, so I can see not listening to me.
Frail grats.
Huge.
Faster MGs.
Not gonna lie, this place feels easier.
Okay, we got the other ones too. Fox, if you can pick that up. Tenor, grab one of the little dudes, or big dudes rather.
Focus.
Kill the behemoth first. Stack
Behemoth,
up.
Yep. Stack up.
As the second time that I've seen those social from so far.
Should we pull the left pack before the big guy then?
We're gonna get to a point in this instance, probably like 2 weeks in, where we're just pulling everything. Yeah.
I mean, we kind of did there anyways, and we were fine. So.
Yeah.
Optimize.
Okay. Now we have some stuff to talk about. So Blood Boil. I'm going to talk about the tank situation first, since that's arguably the most important thing going on here. Tanks, all three of you need to be threatening the boss. We're going to start with Fox, because he is probably going to die anyway.
Oof.
And yeah. But So Fox, you're going to start out on the boss. Tenric and Grass, you guys are going to attempt to ride him as closely as you can. At some point around 10 stacks, Fox, probably a little bit before that because Paladin, but at some point around 10 stacks, we need to tank swap.
Bubble.
You can bubble if you want, but in a perfect world, we either just let one of the other tanks pass you, or you get the knockback threat drop and the other tank passes you naturally. Very, very, very important that the healers pay close attention to all three tanks, because the bleed does not go away for a minute even after the tank swap, and it does a ton of damage. And the currently active tank also takes a ton of damage. This is entirely a healer fight. So, you guys are going to swap around 10 stacks. He is not tauntable, so you must pass the current tank in threat to swap. Keep that in mind and call for swaps early if you need to. Similarly, you cannot be in front of the boss unless you are the currently active tank. Okay, otherwise you will also get stacks. It is a frontal thing. He does do a 25% threat drop knockback. The bears will likely dodge it a bunch. That's not necessarily a good thing this time, so just keep in mind that you can't rely on that. If you are the current tank, you might not want to pump as hard as you usually would, just to allow the other tanks a bit more room to catch up to you if they need to. But that's the tanking situation. Okay.
You can dodge the bleed too.
Yes. There is also a disorient that he does, which will temporarily ignore the current tank. So it's about an 8-second debuff where he'll ignore the current tank and go to the next person. You need to react to that by turning him back to face the waterfall. He'll be tank facing this waterfall on the right over here. However, also keep in mind you are not actually tanking while that is happening. You're still below the current tank and threat. He's just ignoring them temporarily. So that's tank things. Healers. The tanks are going to be taking a ton of damage. So is everybody else. There are going to be 15 people in the raid taking damage at a time. The shamans are going to primarily focus on the tanks, because there are 3 tanks, and Chain Heal is a beautiful thing. Zeph, you can also primarily focus on the tanks. Frail and Fangorn, it is your job to keep up people that have Blood Boil. If you feel too taxed on that, let me know. I will swap Gatto over to help with that, since he'll have the most mana being in my group. Okay. So yeah, healers, just be aware that everything is happening. The most important thing, though, as a healer, especially my healers on tanks, when he transitions into phase 2, which I'm about to talk about, somebody is going to be very, very large, and that person is going to have threat, whether they're a tank or not. They cannot die. If we let that person die, it's a wipe. Okay? So whoever he fixates on during the second phase needs to be healed a ton. Okay? So yeah. Also, everybody needs to spread out a little bit prior to phase 2 starting, because the person that gets fixated does like an 18-yard AoE around them, which is just damage that we don't even need to be taking. I'll call for the spread. But let's talk about Blood Boil. The Blood Boil mechanic, most of the raid is just going to be exactly what you guys are right now, just in the middle of the room, sort of loosely cloned, right? Spread out a little bit more than this, because you don't want to have to move a ton right before phase 2, but that's that. We're going to have 3 groups. I'm going to mark some people. Let's see, who do I trust to pay attention? There's a circle. Here's a diamond, and I am already star. So group 2, group 3, and group 4 minus Fox, but we'll talk about that in a second. We're going to be soaking blood boils, which means when it is your turn, we're going to start with group 2. Group 2, when we run in, you guys are going to be over here. You're going to be against this waterfall on the left side, and you're going to get a Blood Boil stack. As soon as you get that debuff, you can move back to doing what you're regularly doing in the raid. Very important that you move back, though, to make room for the next group.
Group 4 minus 5, but group 2 minus Tenric also.
Yes, I will put people in those groups. Then, group 3, you guys are going to come over here. You're going to get a stack. Then you're going to move back and keep doing your regular thing. Then group 4 is going to move over here, get a stack, come back, do their regular thing, at which point group 2 goes again. Okay? So there's a constant rotation of people moving. Yes, Lotheb flashbacks, very much so. Except for this time, if you fail, instead of, just not getting a buff, you're going to probably wipe the raid because people are going to have too many debuffs. So when you're going back here, he casts Blood Boil on the 5 furthest people away from him. So you don't actually need to be like all the way back here, right? You just need to be the 5 furthest, okay? So I'm going to make sure that I, as the mark, am further than anybody else. And as long as you're on top of me, you're good. I'm sure Sheer and Darhol will do the same. Okay, fill-ins. Shad, you're going to go with group 3 in place of Tenric. I'm sorry, yeah. Shad, you're with the group 2, so you're with Circle.
Okay.
And Ligma, you're going to be with Star.
Okay. Star is group 3? Or
Yes,
group 4?
Group 4. Yep.
Cool.
How soon does he blood boil? Because I'm guessing Shad's going to be DPSing and have to run out.
Like within 10 seconds, I think.
Oh, okay. Never mind. You gotta just stand there.
Yeah, so let's go over the poll real quick. So Fox is going to be the first tank in, right? Followed by the other 2 tanks. So you guys are up here. Come up here, tanks. Everybody else is back here. I don't like this clump, so spread out a bit. Yeah, cool. Beautiful. This is still too tight, by the way, but as we're running in, we'll spread out more. This direction, we're pretty nicely spread left to right here. There's one major difference, though. Sheer and his entire group need to be the farthest ones to the left. So, there you go. We're good over there. Yeah. Perfect. As soon as you guys get Blood Boil, you're going to move back. As soon as you see Circle move back to the raid, Diamond goes. As soon as Diamond gets back to the raid, Star goes. As soon as Star gets back to the raid, Circle goes. I do not want to have to communicate Blood Boils. We're probably going to have to the first few times, but we want to get to a point where this just sort of happens automatically like mag cubes. Otherwise, we're not going to be able to talk about the things that really matter, which is tanks. Okay, we're going to give this a few tries. Hopefully we just one-shot it and that'll be that. All right, tanks.
During phase 2, when somebody gets huge, do they kite or do they just?
No. If you are made big, you stand still and you do whatever it is that you would normally do, whether that is DPSing or spamming heals on yourself, or going into bear form or putting a shield on or whatever.
And if you have a cooldown that's not bubble or ice block, like the Terrence.
There is one really important thing that I didn't mention that Bacon just reminded me of.
Don't feign.
Yeah, don't feign, don't vanish, don't drop threat. But everybody in the raid does not generate threat during that phase, right? So we can go ham. We can go real hard. That'll probably be when we blow lusts. However, the person that is big does generate threat and also does 300% extra damage. So if you have a threat drop afterwards, use it. Otherwise, you're just dead, right? But other than that, the tank situation will stay the same throughout the entirety of phase 2. So when phase 1 starts again, it'll go back to the regular tanks. All right, we need to give this a shot and just have people see it. So here we go.
5, 4,
Let me get
3,
aggro.
2, 1.
Yeah, let Fox get aggro on the rip here, and we'll take it from there.
So Blood Boils in 6. There it is. Group 2. Gonna call him 1, 2, 3.
Fox, stop.
Stop it.
Group 3. It's Clark's group.
I'm not doing nothing.
Ephraim's your group 2.
Group 1. Group 1.
Go to brass shortly. It's on brass.
On grass.
Get behind him.
Group 2. Sure, if you see where I am
spread
now,
out, spread out, spread out.
You don't need to run quite as far
there
back.
It is. Heal Psycho. Lusts.
Massive heals on Psycho.
When we reset here, Gloric, do you want to go back to Group 1?
Yeah. Here you go, knock.
Fel Rage ending.
Back on tanks. It's gonna be on grass.
Casters, get in the middle more so that melee don't have to go as far. Melee, get back. Group 1. 3 seconds.
Grass.
Group 2.
Stopping threat.
We can always bop.
Should overtake you soon.
Group 3.
Zenric.
Group 1.
Oh, targeted an elemental.
Group 2.
Weird.
Spread out, spread out, spread out. Fel Rage coming.
Group 3.
Maybe. There it is.
It's on Bacon.
Big heals on Bacon.
Let's stop throwing here.
Psycho and Moray, go ahead and Lust.
I'm gonna have threat after this. I'm just gonna die in Ankh.
Fangorn got Blood Boil for some reason there.
I already used Ankh.
Big deeps here, big deeps.
The people off to the entrance are way too
Heals
far
on
away.
Penric.
Force stack. I'm gonna force stack. I'm gonna stop.
Actually, doesn't matter. Ignore it. Ignore it.
I'm just gonna hold. I'm just gonna hold it.
Yeah, just pump. Just pump.
It drops threat on whoever has the thing, Gloric.
Oh, interesting. It didn't yesterday.
My threat dropped to 0.
Gloric,
I was planning on just dying.
Okay.
I think we should just use the healer group as Group 3 instead of having the melee run in and out.
Well, the issue is a bunch of people were standing at the entrance, not actually trying to get close. They were just standing over there and eating random blood boils and not there was just people just standing there taking blood boils and not actually moving.
Yeah, Fangorn had 3 stacks.
Yeah, it looked to me like most of it was going well until that last Fel Rage, because the Fel Rage was delayed for some reason. But yeah, okay, so that's cool. Yeah, we'll clean that up a little bit, but that was pretty good. One thing to note.
Kill me.
Is
Keep healing Penric. Keep healing Penric.
Only Penric there, guys. Thanks.
Yeah, as long as we have a circle priest, especially.
Yeah, the circle priest and the druid. I think we can cycle in.
Threat generation on that fight's so weird.
Maybe even the Holy Paladin.
He's not
to be
even
honest.
a demon.
Holy Paladin can Divine Shield it off. They should absolutely be doing it.
Actually, if the Holy Paladin can Divine Shield it off, we can just use them as the replacement for all 3 groups and then have them drop it on stacks.
That's what I wanted to do yesterday too. Was just have everything.
Yeah.
I know the guides said 3 tanks. I feel like that was too.
You only need 2, but
you'd be surprised. You can get murked pretty easily. All right, we got a behemoth up here. Just stack on it.
You guys were getting pretty decent RNG yesterday. We were having tanks get fucking crushed. It was brutal.
Yeah, I only had
like
2 stacks going into that second
Back
Fel
up.
Rage.
I don't know how you generate so much threat on that fight if there's like a mechanic that increases.
Holy Shield just procs non-stop.
I guess. Does he attack super fast?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I thought it was a demon because of how much threat the Paladin was dealing. Like, it feels like a demon fight for just how much threat you guys put out. You do way more than the bears do, even.
All right, same plan.
And yeah, the healing was rough because of Blood Boil, but also once they get above 10 stacks, the tanks do start taking serious damage.
Yeah. There wasn't a pull that I did yesterday that our prop paladin didn't just die in the first, like, 15 seconds because stacked to 10 real freaking quick and just died.
I told him pre-pull that his threat's going to be insane and he needs to just immediately worry about it.
I'm like, it's not a demon, I'll be fine. And then, like, 20 seconds in, Brass is like, hello?
Okay, so here's where things get interesting. We're going to talk about Reliquary because this is a gauntlet, so we can't talk about it right in front of the boss. Reliquary of Souls is a relatively large room. We don't need to spread out. There's no mechanics that we need to worry about there. The big things is that it's effectively 3 fights. Okay, so I'm going to talk about each one individually, and then we're going to do them back to back. But in between each fight, your health and mana gets completely replenished by waves of these little tiny ads that we kill. Okay, so do not worry about spending all of your resources based on what the boss's current health is. Okay, just spam. So during the first phase, healers, you're all DPSing except Frail. So healers, figure out what you need to do to pump. Keep your healing gear on because you're going to need it, but you're all going to be DPSing during the first fight. Frail, you need to keep Power Word Shield rolling on all 4 tanks. And you're thinking to yourself, 4? Yeah, Ori's a tank for this fight. We'll talk about that in a second. So keep Power Word Shield running on all the tanks. It's the only healing that can be done during the first fight. Okay. My other healers and anybody that can dispel, including myself, need to be immediately dispelling the debuff that hits the raid. It is a debuff that drains your health and mana very quickly, and since there is no healing that can happen, it'll just kill people. Okay, so that needs to be dispelled. So Zeph, you can focus on that. Threat also isn't a thing. During the first fight, whoever is closest to the boss is tanking. There's a fixate mechanic. That's it. So we're going to start with Fox on the boss. He's going to be the closest. Fox, you're going to take a bunch of damage really quickly and not get healed. So Grass, you're going to need to be ready to step in for Fox when his health is relatively low. Right around 50, 25% is when you want to basically just head straight to the center of the boss's hitbox. All melee need to, at all times, be max range from the boss for obvious reasons. And then when Grass's health gets low, Tenric, you're going to step in as well. Threat really isn't an issue on any of these bosses. So y'all can put on basically full mit. It doesn't need to be like full mit, but have like dodge trinkets and stuff. If you've got Morose Trinket or Badge of Tenacity, those are huge. Similarly, Druid tanks, you guys can pop Bark Skin before stepping into the center, just for that little bit of extra mitigation. So yeah, he also has an enrage mechanic that none of our tanks are going to live through. However, it is conveniently the same length as a rogue's evasion. So, Ori, when the enrage is about to happen, you're going to step into the middle, pop evasion, and tank him for the entirety of that enrage, at which point one of the tanks will step back in and take it off of you.
So who's going to be the rogue in group 2 when we do splits then?
Brassbull, who has Shield Wall.
I have Deterrence on my Hunter, too.
Yeah. So those are options. So that's the first fight, right? No healing, super simple. Just it's all about tanks managing themselves and dispels. The second fight is a little bit more interesting. There's going to be a lot of healing going out. Healers, you're going to get 200% healing, so you'll do double healing. But everybody in the raid is going to do 50% of the damage that they do to the boss to themselves. So don't kill yourselves, okay? There's thorns. If you notice that your health is low, maybe don't cast that 12k Shadow Bolt, you know? Also, Doom is a really bad idea. Don't do it. So there's that. In addition to all of that, the boss also casts some pretty nasty spells that absolutely need to be interrupted. So everybody that can interrupt, please be focused on doing that. Everything needs to be interrupted. Whichever warlock isn't on Wrecker Elements, just watch Tongues, both of you. I know there's 2 of you, but just make sure that Tongues is on the boss. And that's basically it. That's basically the entirety of the second boss. The third one is a DPS race. So that's where we're going to be using Lust. We're going to be taking damage similar to Saffron. The entire raid is just going to take ticks and ticks and ticks of damage. However, that damage gets worse over the course of time. But we deal more damage over the course of time. So you'll want to backload your trinkets and cooldowns on that fight because you'll get higher damage amp out of them. We just want to make sure that we're meeting the DPS check there before things die. Similarly, Grass, Tenric, whichever one of you end up tanking that phase, we're going to talk about how that's going to happen in a second because there's a special mechanic at the beginning of the fight. But whichever one of you ends up tanking that phase, there is a DBM timer for an ability called Spirit Shock. It can happen anywhere from right when the DBM timer hits to about 2 seconds afterwards. You cannot have any rage when that hits. So when you see that DBM timer, you have to power shift. If you have full rage when that hits you, it's going to hit for like 16,000. So yeah, just keep that in mind. At the beginning of the third fight, we're going to have we'll have Grass tank it. So we'll have Tenric go in first. Tenric, you're going to start that fight off, and then Grass, as soon as you see it targeting Tenric, you can walk in, taunt it, and just go ham. During the first 10 seconds of that phase, nobody else is going to be doing DPS other than the hunters. Hunters, you guys can pump your misdirects into Grass during that. But after your misdirect ends, stop. Because every time that boss swaps targets, everybody in the raid does 200% threat. So we're going to let Grass get a nice big threat lead while that debuff lasts for 10 seconds. And then we're going to go ham because damage is going to ramp up anyway, and it'll be a good time.
Yeah, found yesterday, Glorak, that there was no reason to even not just start DPSing immediately. There really was no threat issues.
You can pretty easily out-threat the tank in the first few seconds because of the buff. I just like to play safe while we're doing progression things, and then we'll talk about optimizing it later.
I was going to ask you if we could try having Brass trigger the ability with a taunt right away and then just have it arcane shot off or shield bashed off or something.
Yeah, did they
to trigger the whole raid's double DPS.
I bought a 2 Aggies.
It's not double DPS, it's double threat.
It's both, isn't it?
No, the DPS thing is different. What's your question,
It's like blue beam, yeah?
For the first phase, keeping shields, do I want them always on all 4 tanks or just the current tank and next tank replacing them?
All of them. Just keep it on all of them so that we can soul wears out and you can refresh.
Okay.
And yeah, it's like Blue Beam Shed. It slowly ramps up over the course of time, and toward the end of that phase, everybody will be almost dead, but also doing massive damage.
It does trigger the 200% threat for the entire raid, though, correct? So everyone would scale evenly.
No, the 200% threat only happens when the boss changes targets.
Right.
So if the current tank dies, or there's a tank swap for whatever reason, the 200% threat happens. The 200% threat and the damage scaling are 2 different mechanics. They are not intertwined at all.
So tank order in the first phase is Fox, Grass, Tenric,
yes,
Ori. And third phase is just Tenric meets it, I get in right after him, taunt, get 10 seconds.
Correct. And the second phase can be tanked by any of you. It doesn't really matter.
We're lusting phase 1?
We're lusting phase 3. We can use the restos on phase 1.
Yeah, I found phase 1 yesterday to definitely be the hardest phase for people dying.
Yeah, we didn't have any issues with it, but dispels were on point. Okay, as we make our way in here, Fox, you're going to pick up all the purple things. Grass and Tenric, you can pick up the blue ones, face them away from the raid. There are also little tiny anger things, like an Alchemite Crypts that spawn that need to die. Generally, everything will just be AoE'd along the way. When we get to the ledge, which is right over where Circle is, there's a ramp that goes down to the boss up there. We are not going down that ramp. Stay on star. Listen very carefully to my calls. So we don't start the fight early and yada yada. All right, let's go and give this a look. It's simpler than you guys think, and I'll talk about it as it's happening.
Once we get to the top of the ramp and everything dies, you can drink walk the whole way down the ramp if you just go. Just
No totems here.
Alright, you can come to star around the corner here, just don't go any further down. Clean this stuff up. Alright, let's move.
Me first, me first. Bubble me frail. Or is this a long RP?
It's not a long RP. Melee max range.
You're going to do Resto Luster?
Yeah, Resto's Lust.
So I just move out when I get super low.
No, grass.
You don't move. They move inside of you.
Okay.
Yeah, you just want to make sure that there's room inside the hitbox, that you're not like real.
Tank should be inside him now.
Alright, back up box.
Oh my god, this is so much easier than yesterday. Tanks are taking no damage. We were losing tanks left and right yesterday.
Dodge, dodge, dodge.
Yeah, right. Ori, go in.
In raid.
Dodge master.
Dodge better than me.
Ori's like, let me show you how it's done.
Alright, everybody stack on star. Everybody stack on star. Do not kill these little mobs until they reach the buff, or reach the raid here.
Reach us.
Yep, they're going to replenish all mana and all health, and it's going to be a good time.
Stop going out to meet them.
He's picking up this fight tank for this phase.
I'll take it. Give me something to do.
Tenric's going to take it.
You get to have the fun third phase anyway.
Yeah, let Tenric get threat, and please watch interrupts here. Please. Grass, try to stay second threat. Yeah, do not doom this.
This is just a mana reduction phase.
Do not doom this.
Speedy kicks.
Mages, you guys are going to be spell stealing this.
The only annoying part about this phase is the pushback, but you can see, like, you don't have to worry about the damage feedback, like, at all.
Yeah, on our warrior tank attempts, that's going to change for a reason.
We used red dot yesterday. It felt exactly the same. I don't know.
Darhole, I would cancel that doom if I were you, bud.
It only does 50%. I'm fine.
I fucking knew as soon as you said not to doom that he was going to be the one that did.
Because it's not... I mean, it's going to do 5,000 health to me, and I'm at full health. It's fine.
Heck, W.
And this is where you wanted tongues up also.
See, it does only half your HP. Like, you can doom here. Don't stress.
Stress is my middle name.
Peace.
Grumble, grumble.
I hope your shadow are deathing too, Blur.
No, I'm not. I haven't hit it once.
Shadow or Death will only do 3,000 damage, dude. Like, it's not gonna kill you.
Hey, make sure we're getting these kicks here. That
Hey, I still can't pull threat, guys.
No, it's because me and Grass both got the gouge kind of mechanic.
Ah, yeah.
Gloric, humor me. Hit Death right now. I want to see how bad it is.
Young's refresh?
Like, half your HP at most. Okay.
Teneric is down, heal grass. You guys really need to kick those. If Tongues wasn't up.
Yeah, Tongues wasn't up because...
Fell off.
We're dooming, boys.
Oh.
Should I get him?
Yeah, grass get Teneric, Teneric get Ephraim. Yep. Get rebuffs on them, you're going to get your mana back anyway.
Stack. Don't go out to meet shit.
Getting Ephraim up.
Teneric get Ephraims?
I'm working on it.
Here, you can have Hakan's innervate.
What?
Yeah, that damage feedback thing is definitely sounds scarier than it is.
Okay, now very important, remember to power shift the Spirit Shocks.
Alright, I'll get first. Brass hold off me.
No DPS for the first 10 seconds here until the buff wears off.
Except MDs.
Alright, go ahead, Brass.
We're waiting, we're waiting, we're waiting. Big heals. Alright, go. Lusts.
Spirit Shock is a cast?
It's instant. You have to predict it.
What?
DBM timers.
You just gotta dump rage every now and then.
I see Soul Scream, is that it?
Yes.
Oof.
Yeah.
Rest down.
Kills on Teneric.
Watch your threat, everybody.
YOLO.
Easy clap.
Easy.
Even though at like 30 rage, it took away half my health.
Yeah, power shifting and then immediately getting hit and going up to full rage from getting hit. And then Spirit Shock is a bummer.
Yeah, so I actually, we're going to have to probably plan on having multiple tanks there, which is, I actually think that the right calls to have all 3 tanks threat during that first 10 seconds when it's boosted.
That's what I was doing.
Because what ends up happening is, I had it happen to me yesterday too. I got hit for an 8.8k crushing blow that brought me to full rage, and then a Spirit Shock immediately afterwards. And it just literally just one-shot me.
Tell me something. Is there a reason tanks couldn't just gear max stam on that fight and not even worry about that mechanic?
It hits. I'm sorry, Soul Scream, not Spirit Shock. Soul Scream.
Yeah.
It hits way too hard to ignore.
100
especially
damage for 1 rage. So at 100 rage, you'd take 10k plus the 3,000, right?
No, it hits for like 17, 18k. I don't know where you saw that 100 damage per rage thing, but it's not accurate.
Where are you guys going? That's Blood Boil.
Okay.
I know a while since I've been your Fox, okay?
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Is there anything we can do when we get that spite attack or whatever?
What kind of gems do you want, Kengi? Oh, yeah, so I completely forgot about Spite. No, you can't do anything about it. So the way that Spite works is it makes you immune to all damage for 2 seconds, then hits you for like 8.5k, and then you're immune to all damage for like 3 seconds afterwards. So healers just need to be aware of who has Spite, top them off before and after it hits, and you're good. It's a very healing intensive phase, that last one.
I wonder if you could ice block that.
Probably can.
I got targeted
canceled
by
it too quick, so I couldn't see.
Charge.
I thought maybe it was like a debuff I could ice block off, so I canceled it too quick.
No, unfortunately not. Okay, so this is where things get interesting, because these are going to turn to us and silence the entire raid. So...
Do you want me and Brass to go open around and come around from the side?
Yeah, no, let's try this. Everybody come over here. Raid, come over here. including Fox. Fox, come over here too. And then Brass and Tenric, you guys are going to approach from that angle. All right, let's do it. Go ahead, Fox. Yeah, it seems good enough.
I'm gouged. 2 seconds.
Oh, that sucks.
I'll teach you to AoE Darhole.
Hey?
Oh, gouged again.
Yeah, probably
Yeah,
worth
two-
just standing
two
max
drones
range as a ranged DPS here to
I need to cast
outlast the gouge.
Honestly, the Centurions aren't that scary. I think we just nuke the Bone Slicers. Probably
No,
still
I
get a
just-
gouge, but...
I just need to cast Sacrifice on a tank. That's my bad.
Oh, yeah. Easy.
Do they have the male concubines in yet?
I don't think so.
Dude, our guild bank's gonna be rich. We've had so many gems.
Are there fruits in here?
Literally everything in here is a joke. Just pull it.
Pull it back.
Just watch
line of
for
sight,
mind
or-
controls and just blow it up. Literally just AoE. Go.
Okay.
Except for that one.
Do we do grounding items for mind controls?
They died before they do anything. As long as everybody's doing the things. Like
Might as well do groundings.
it's post nerf TK trash. It's
If anyone copied their character over that had already done Ruse of the Ash Tongue, what's your rep right now?
Watch out for those mistresses.
4,300.
These things will kill people. All right, everybody, be quiet, please. Thank you. Skull and X are going to murder people. Just throwing that out
There's
there.
a host in there that needs to be taken.
Yeah, I don't know why we're talking about things and also butt pulling things and like hello. Let's
You
focus
said
on.
just run into everything in this room.
Yeah, that didn't include people talking over shit and also just not listening.
Get it.
Is that sleep dispellable or tremorable?
It's
Probably.
curable.
Sleeps are tremorable, yeah.
I could not kick whatever that 1 second cast was, but my shock landed.
I also think that we get a little bit of Ash Tongue rep from doing the attunement quest.
Yeah, you do. So we're plus 500. We're at 4,600 right now. Yeah, we're gonna be fine. That's awesome. That's really good.
I think Tremor Totem aggroed there.
Yeah, that was my bad.
No, you're good.
Also
I'll just...
polymorph?
I was very surprised.
Ooh.
Oh, that's my disc.
I'm definitely needing that.
You already got a ring.
It's not enough, damn it.
Okay, so these big patrols up here that we're about to run into. Oh, we've got one of these first. Cool. Gives me time to talk. They do a spammed Moonfire on people, so there's going to be a bunch of raid damage going out. In addition to that raid damage, though, there is a Light of a Loon type beam that gets placed on people and gets smaller really quickly. Don't stand in that. And Frail, you are going to have to power word shield target of target on the big Centurion things because they do a Cataclysmic Bolt-esque ability that will one-shot people if they don't have an absorb on them.
The poisoning throw is groundable.
Sorry, stuff on the left.
Like the thing you wanted Frail to do, how do you recognize that it needs to be done?
It'll be called. It's a cast. It's like L5 Arcane Blast or whatever.
So it's like a target to target. You have to.
Yeah. They'll start casting it, and you just put a shield on target of target and save their life.
Is that macro still in resources somewhere? My macros didn't copy over.
Why do you need a macro?
Just make it easy.
Which mob is the one that cast that?
You don't have a mouse over power word shield?
Nope.
Yikes.
Which mob's the one that cast that?
The sentinels up here. You'll see them.
Okay. I'm just thinking because Shadow Priest, we can actually just target them, and it'd be real easy for us.
Do we get to them before Mother? We don't. Never mind. We don't even get to those before Mother. Table that thought.
Yeah, they're on the stairs up afterwards.
It's definitely something the Shadow Priest can help out with if we just are targeting him anyway.
Or spell haste. X dying first, yeah.
They split damage, anyways.
Kinda.
Kind of. Most of the damage done to one of them is done to the other as well.
Okay.
Battle strike, Bacon.
So the Mistresses of Dementia do some pretty weird shit. Ignore it. You'll know what I'm talking about. There'll be like things flying around and trying to cleave us, and it does like 600 damage to cloth, and they disappear. It's not a big deal. They do, however, occasionally disorient the tank. So Fox, if you want to try to stay second threat on those.
I would love to.
You can pull. Just stack these up.
Patrol's coming this way.
Yeah, it's fine. Just pick it up when it gets around here.
Oh, I'm huge.
Big. Get him, Bacon.
Moo.
Moo. I'm big.
Pick up those two priestesses. Continue to focus the mistress.
That's reflective.
Yes, it is.
Told you, Bacon.
Shut up.
Hey, Fox, you just want to like walk up there and pull all three of these, or four, or however many you can get.
Yeah.
Fox likes big numbers.
Come on, I'm gonna bubble. I'm gonna keep going.
Kick W.
Rip. You can will the Forsaken that.
Alright. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh, I got stunned.
Sapper.
Dispel.
Poisons.
Giga stun. I should fap that. Holy shit.
Healer shoot.
I'm perma stunned.
How do you not die?
Because they don't do anything.
I have
Yeah, they do no damage.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, you can grab these. I'm pulling back a bit so we don't get that pat during the encounter.
Psycho, to be fair, because of the prep today, some of this trash is significantly less boring when you don't handle it properly.
Yeah, this trash is boring because there are a few of us that are keenly aware of what it does.
Giddies is huge.
Yesterday it was not quite so boring.
Ooh.
Yeah, ignore those.
Oh my god, they hit for nothing. What the fuck?
Free padding.
I gotta say, I got a feeling Disc Priest is dead. Because this place just seems so good for Circle. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Which means everybody's bringing Spirit Scrolls all day.
Yep.
Buy them now before they go skyrocket.
3% or 3 DPS increase for locks.
I mean, it'd be a 0 DPS increase because you don't have improved Divine Spirit anymore.
The Sim still gives it 3 DPS.
How?
Wow. More mana regen or some shit?
Probably just the mana you gain back during the fight that you don't have to tap.
Do Warlocks gain any mana from Spirit during combat?
No.
Sim says it gives 3.
A very minuscule amount.
It would... It's like it's still calculating improved Divine Spirit for some reason then. Because it should really give 0.
Okay, so this is Mother. We're going to try it without any Shadow Resist first. Because it seems like fun. So don't worry about putting any of that stuff on. Need people to split up into 3 stacks. So here's what we're gonna do. My hunters, hunters come to start. Everybody else, like, go hug a wall or something so that I can set this up. Okay, hunters, you guys are gonna be here. Frail and Zeph, you guys are also going to be here. My Kengi group, come over here. I'm going to be over here. And who else is... Moray, go join the Kengi group. Psycho, come join the middle group. And the Gatto group will be over here. Except for Fox, of course.
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody that I didn't put somewhere, come over here. Should just be melee and tanks, right?
You didn't put Fang anywhere.
Fang. Yeah, you can be with that group. That's perfect. Okay. So we're going to get a little bit closer than we're currently standing, obviously, but I want you guys in these relative positions, right? So my group on the right up here, you guys are going to be up near this pillar over here. Group on the left, same thing. Group in the middle, same thing. You need to be relatively tightly stacked. I want as much distance between these groups as possible, just for Fatal Attraction reasons. And my melee, you guys are all going to be right behind the boss. Obviously, my tanks are all going to be right in front of the boss. Fox, actually, all of my tanks put on full mit right now. And Fox, unfortunately, you're just going to be AFKing. Parry haste is an issue. Yeah. So you can help heal if you want in your tank gear.
I mean, if I'm healing, I can't dodge.
True. Don't do that then. Just stand there. Sorry. The other 2 tanks continue threading, just in case one of you dies. We'll try to get you up real quick and all that good stuff. To that end, Soulstones. We're not going to put them out this go around because I want to see the fight before we actually commit to it. But yeah, we'll probably Soulstone some tanks here and healers and all that good stuff. What else? Healing assignments. My 3 shaman. Please take care of tanks. There are 3 of them. They're all taking damage. They're all taking a shit ton of damage. So be aware of that. Frail and Fangorn, you guys are going to be primarily on raid. Zeph, you're going to be primarily on the main tank. And if we need a little bit of extra, we'll get a little bit of extra on the next attempt.
Is she facing the raid or away from the raid, or it doesn't matter? Tanks on top.
Does not matter as long as the tanks are on top of each other and the melee are behind. That said, there's going to be a decent amount of raid damage, so everybody should be aware of that. Save your health stones for if you get Fatal Attraction. If you are suddenly in a place that you were not previously standing, you've been Fatal Attractioned, and you need to run as quickly as you can away from the 2 other people that have also been Fatal Attractioned, you're probably going to die unless you do something like Ice Block, Divine Shield, Sprint, Health Stone, Rocket Boots, right? And you have to run in a different direction than your friends. So, Tenor and Grass, come over here with me. Let me show you guys all something real quick. So the three of us just got ported. Okay. We now run. Ta-da! Oh, look at that. Look at that. Perfect split. Just don't worry about which direction you start facing. If 2 of you start running in the same direction, like if we start running again, go. And I happen to be running. Yeah, just take a quick turn. Make sure you're splitting off from people. You need to keep running until the beam that is connecting the 3 of you is gone. Okay, that is your primary focus. You're not doing anything else. You're just running the fuck away from your friends.
Does that damage only affect the 3 that were targeted, or does it hit anyone else that you're running by?
It can hit other people, which is why you need to run really quickly and hopefully not in the direction of one of the 3 stacks.
If I hit Cheetah, is it gonna daze me?
Yeah.
Probably.
Should I test it now, or is that a guarantee?
I mean, you take damage, so yeah, it'll slow you.
It's not like Saphora. It is an actual thing, so
it's
probably
like
will.
Yeah.
Divine Shield is massive here. Like you might not even want to pop wings. It's that good.
Yeah, no fucking way. Rocket boots.
Worth it for rocket boots.
Okay, so we're gonna give this a shot. We're not gonna lust this first attempt unless it's going incredibly well for some reason. The Zerg strat is mostly RNG, just because the right people need to not get Fatal Attraction. But we'll see. Maybe 3 healers will get Fatal Attraction and we'll just wipe. Be a good time.
Do you want Soul Stones?
Not yet. Not yet.
And we're not running SR?
No SR yet. I want to see how we do without it.
Just the buff.
Okay, tanks, go ahead and head to the front, and we'll get this on the road.
Did you give the groups positioning for the knockups?
Knockups?
Oh, sorry. I'm thinking from private server. Never mind.
Yo, dude, chill.
There is a lot of other mechanics that I'm not talking about because they basically just equate to you take damage. So yeah. But anyway, on you tanks. Yep.
What?
Yep.
Where are you standing? Where are you standing?
Right upstairs.
What was that?
You gonna learn today, boy.
Yeah, just keep it. Nah, just keep this going for now. We're not gonna waste any resources on this attempt. Oh, here's another mechanic. Your damage gets increased depending on what aura is currently out. So you might want to. Okay, yeah.
Ooh, on the raid, good.
Yep. We love that.
On top of the melee stack.
Okay, so that's what we call bad luck, and would have been a wipe even with Shadow Resist.
We have a DI.
Yeah, we can get some reses out. If you're on the platform or a little bit too close, go ahead and release, run back, and get you summoned.
When I recall taking this back in the day, the tanks got in their spot, and then they just pulled to those tanks, so they didn't move.
We can do that. I think, yeah. Grass took a solo Saber Lash, yeah.
She does it almost immediately.
It looks like you guys were stacked on top of each other.
So wait, you need to win the RNG 4 to 6 fucking times just to kill this boss? That's so stupid.
No,
well,
no.
Shadow
You only
Resist
so
it.
you are more likely to get ported not on top of the tanks than on top of the tanks.
I mean, I was taking. I didn't have Fatal Attraction. I was standing on the left and I was taking damage.
Yeah, if the Fatal Attraction people will get ported on top of you, you take the Fatal Attraction damage.
There's also more damage going out than just Fatal Attraction.
Yeah, so chances of a group getting hit with fatal attraction.
She doesn't port on top of people. She just ports to a random location in range.
If you have to zone in, just walk up the ramp a little bit, talk to the NPC, port to where all the friendlies are at.
Yep.
Yep.
Repair if you need to.
I saw people dragging him to the wall. I don't know if that like limits the opportunity for that. Because like maybe you can't be
might.
ported like that close to a wall.
Certainly something we can give a shot.
Or at least not behind the tanks in that respect.
The biggest issue is if it doesn't eliminate that possibility, it also reduces the number of directions people can run.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. This is the fight that I wanted to test the most, so I'm not afraid to spend some time on it. Because
what about stacking all together?
What?
No. Because then if you get bad RNG, it's literally just a wipe no matter what.
Yeah, but
a loose spread is also an option, but tends to be about the same.
Well, there would still be not much of a benefit for everybody stacking because the healers can still heal their groups.
No, just the reason if everybody stacks, there's really only one point in the entire room where if someone gets teleported, you're fucked. Instead of 3 where 10 people or 5 people get fucked. That's all I'm thinking. It's an all or nothing, but the chances of an all or nothing go up that way.
Yeah.
And that lash is split when we are stacked?
Yes, the lash is split between three people.
So are we stacking the tanks and having it misdirected to us so there's no...
Yeah, why not? Also, Melee, when you guys are running in, you need to make sure that you're not ever in front of the boss, just in case.
Does it only split up to 3 ways, or can you...
Yes, only 3.
Yep, always 3.
It also gives immunity to being teleported by fatal attraction, which is the important part.
So are we gonna be in the open, or are we gonna try and go to a wall for tanks?
Let's try this one more time like it was. I want to see what happens when we don't have shit RNG and a tank dead in the first 2 seconds. Make sure you're nice and consumed up, please. So the issue with pre-potting major shadow protection is it's gonna get eaten up by things that wouldn't kill you, and not be used on fatal attraction. There is an argument for having a macro specifically for Shaz that both uses a major shadow protection potion and health stone, so that you can get fatal attraction, quickly hit that, which buys some time. But yeah.
You don't want to pull, like, have a hunter pull Mother into the tank so they're already stacked.
That's what we're doing.
Have you been off comms for the past hour?
I was like watching VODs and stuff.
Exactly what we're doing, Gale.
Everybody's here. Let's get buffed up, please.
Can we get another max ranks also?
Brass demon slaying over agility for us, or
I want to dodge.
right? Good idea.
Right.
Okay, so let's do this. Tanks, just inch up together. I want to see what the aggro radius is. Just make sure you're stacked nice and tight. And when she aggroes, just focus on getting completely stacked.
We're at the shadow, and she's not aggroed yet.
Here we go. Perfect.
Middle of the shadow. There we go.
Doesn't hurt near as much when you have 3 of us are here.
First fatal attraction in 3 seconds.
Oh, and she silences? Cool.
Try not to run through groups if you can. We're in a little bit of a weird spot, I think. That was okay, though. Next fatal attraction is off cooldown. See, that's a good attraction. We like them. They didn't survive, but it was in a good place.
42,000 armor, I think, is a little overkill.
Yeah, you only need 35k.
Yeah, what's the shaman buff and everything rolling?
Yeah.
Another one anytime.
Getting an accurate read on uptime of the shaman buff is going to be integral to getting.
Okay, so this is definitely Zergable. 100%.
We would have killed her by now.
Yeah, with less they'd be dead. Yep.
Yep.
Fucking A, that's awesome.
So die, run back, and go for real?
Just,
I think so.
Yeah, just die in a safe spot. Die in a safe spot. See if you can get a DI on... yeah, see if you can get a DI on somebody.
Silenced. Fox won't be able to DI anybody.
I got DI on Psycho.
Oh, you did?
Okay. So we're going to make one change just to give ourselves a bit more room. We're going to go triangle formation around her. We're going to pull her back a little bit more than we just did to give a bit more room for people to run and stuff.
How do we pull her back without getting tanks unstacked?
Just MDS to us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll talk about it when we get res.
Beam?
Say again?
What triggers Sinful Beam?
She randomly does like 3 or 4 different beams to random people. This fight is a lot of RNG, which is why a lot of people, want to run Shadow Riz, right? Because it makes it more consistent. But yeah, you just got unlucky is basically all it comes down to.
Yeah, because I rocket booted. I was like, how the hell did I die? Like, as soon as I teleported, I hit my rocket boots, and I was out.
Yeah.
Like, I died on the wall over here.
She hit both you and Anik with it, and if either of you hadn't gotten hit with it, you both would have lived, so.
Bacon, do you think it's just worth leaving Wind Fury down? That blanket silence is fucking my rotation.
It doesn't happen that often.
I was having like a 3-second dead zone where I couldn't twist.
I was only unable to twist once during that fight on time.
Just random people.
When did you start? ASAP?
Yeah.
You didn't wait to Storm Strike?
I did my normal opener.
I mean, it's gonna go out at different times anyway, so you can't like plan what you're doing ahead of time. He just, in his rotation, it lined up better, then it didn't really affect his Wind Fury, and it did yours.
Yeah, I just don't know if I can't cast my totems, I could just leave it down. And then as soon as I can, I'll twist it.
If it shows the cooldown, then you could drop it beforehand.
Okay, so get someone out on purple just so he's here while I explain this. Yeah, get everybody rebuffed. I'm also going to assign soul stones in a second here, but about that. Okay, so if the clump of people here in the middle is Mother, which is actually, we're probably going to pull her right to here. This is a perfect spot for her to be. My right group, you guys are still going to be over here, where you were. My left group, you guys are still going to be over here, where you were. But my center group, you guys are going to be back here.
The further we kill it, the just the more downtime we have on not DPSing to start the fight.
It's like 5 seconds. It's not going to make or break the difference. So yeah, you guys are going to be back here, and everything else will be the same. Tanks, try to have her, like, when she runs up to you, you guys are going to be here. She's going to be facing the back direction, right? Just keep her that way, so that Melee can be on the back over here and create even more space. Okay, make sure you are full consumed. We're going to be blowing some cooldowns on this one.
She is demon if you want to use demon slaying.
Yes, demon slaying elixirs are massive for our physical DPS.
And if you didn't buy any, I have extra to hand out just right now.
Yeah, I brought a bunch of flash just to rotate for these fights. And I flask after the demon fight.
All right. What else? Yeah, that's about it. Shaman, healing shaman especially. If you die, just onk immediately and get yourself topped off. Don't want downtime on healers. It's how people die.
New soulstones if we haven't got them already.
Yep.
Make sure you have one.
Purple flavor, please get Fangorn. F-frames get Frail. Darhole get Zephyrus. And Erebos. Who did we have main tanking?
I had it this last time.
Okay, we'll assume that stays the same. Erebos get Tenric. Okie dokie. Let me toss out a quick ready check. Just make sure everybody's good.
Are the ranged also getting silenced, or is it like a...
No, it is a melee thing.
Man, like, just... I'll go fuck myself, I guess.
Yeah.
Purple flavor needs ins.
I got silenced as a ranged, and I was in my
You're too
group.
close. You're too close.
It's 18-yard radius.
Yeah, just be over by me here.
Yeah, range. You guys want to be like, you know, spread. Basically,
That's okay.
max range when you can.
That's okay. Fox, you're just a sponge. Just fight.
Oh yeah, I forgot about jewel crafting next too. We could pre-pop those.
Yeah, we can. Melee DPS, come over here. So you guys aren't on the tank stack when this starts. All right, tanks look good. Hunter's ready. Here we go.
Yeah, her aggro radius is the center of that shadow, so.
I'll make sure we have jewel crafting next for everybody. For Brog.
All right, pull timer.
5.
You hunters, if
4,
you're still standing there
3,
after the pull, you're gonna die.
2, 1.
Just saying.
Are tanks staying there, or?
Yes.
Yeah, we're not moving.
Don't run with her.
Speedy.
All right, lusts.
Blues on grass.
It's on tenor. Back to grass.
Oh, yep.
Fangorn, get sheer up if you can.
Nice RNG.
Are we doing a resto list?
Yeah. Resto's lost.
Out.
Oh, this is tight.
You want me to onk?
Yes.
Yep.
You having fun there, Fox?
I'm just doing everything except auto aim. I can still judge, exercise, consecrate. Oh, she enrages.
Yeah, she enrages 10%.
I don't know about this.
Yeah, so we had one bad fatal attraction there.
That's all it takes is the problem, yeah.
Yeah, we try.
And the chances of you getting one every fight, I think, are very, very high.
I got
this.
this.
We can do this.
Group 2.
I was dodging everything except for that damn beam.
Want some of this?
Fox gonna solo his boss.
I'm so down. I'm just canceling bubble. Fuck it. Sitting down.
All right.
So now here comes the question. Can we counter one round of bad RNG with the Shadow Pot? Is it enough?
Well, Sheer also just asked a good question, which is there anything we can chicken off of nearby? Because that would make the difference easily.
Oh, yeah.
The answer is not anymore. Actually, yeah, there is one pack that we can do it. We're going to have to wait for lusts anyway. So
those dementia ones do
Should we
the
release?
whirlwinding shades.
Actually, you know what? Let's do this. We've got... no, that's not enough. Yeah, just release from back, and once you're back at Mother, take however much the rest of the lust is as a break, bio and stuff.
Did anyone see if there was the Shadow Necks on the vendors in chat?
I looked. I did not see them, but there might be.
Oh, I think
There's
it's under. It's
So-
in
Not the attuned one.
resistant one.
So what you can do is talk to the paymaster and tell him I want to be an alder. If you're not an alder already, Jewel Crafter, and then you can just get the mats ready. Because
I'm gonna
an alder recipe, you can just go buy it.
I'm gonna go check if they're there. If they are, I want to buy them because I think that would literally give us the edge and a couple extra people living.
The biggest issue is that it gets eaten by things that aren't fatal attraction, and fatal attraction is the thing that kills people.
Right.
Yeah, it's just if it just reduces the RNG just that tiny little bit more to, if we're lucky, you know.
Wait, there's 2 mobs right here on the way up that we didn't kill.
Yep.
We can use our chicken. Okay.
Yep. At least one warlock can't do that, though, Bill.
Yeah, for Illidan.
I'm not seeing it on the vendor.
I was pretty sure it was on the Shadow Res vendor. Or sorry,
Yeah.
the Res vendor.
I'm gonna double check
The pendant of Shadow's End or whatever it is not there. There's like a different blue neck that's not like the one he's talking about.
They have Pendant of Thawing, Pendant of Withering, Frozen Flame. Tell me they have every single one except the one we need.
They also did not put Shadow Armor kits, so
They have
Yeah,
every
every other armor
single
kit on
Resneck except that one. Are you fucking joking?
for a different time, my pally can make them. I'll just switch Alder on PTR and then make them.
All of my chickeners, group 1, group 2, just stop by Star on the way by.
I
the
can
rest of
craft
you
with
can
my
continue
lawyer.
to...
I just don't want to waste the time right
Actually,
now.
yeah, having
We're on
healing
break.
is not a bad idea. Yeah, we're on break for 4 minutes, 5 minutes. Actually, I'll start a time.
Oh, if you're going to do that, I am going to make the Shadow Nix on my warrior in time then.
I forgot you come mountainside here.
Where are you at that you're mounted at?
Yeah, there's a port to the middle room.
Like right in that first hallway before you get into the actual sewer part, there's a NPC that'll port you to the quartermaster.
Oh, god damn it. The mats needed to craft these necks aren't sold either. Fuck!
Can't we just get them from live and then transfer it over really fast?
It's gonna take a long time.
Yeah, at that point, like, let's see.
It's not worth
We got,
for
what,
today.
20 minutes left?
We'll obviously do it for live, but it won't really make the difference. Like, it might prevent 1 or 2 deaths, so whatever.
If we have to, we'll put on some actual Shadow Resist just to kill the boss, so that if this stays up, we can come back on, like, Monday or whatever and do council.
Yeah, I feel like 200 buffs like a happy medium, but obviously first week you're not going to have all that gear.
Well, if you're gonna use the necks like that, then you should just hold on to them and not pre-pop. Pop before fatal.
Yeah. I mean, we could even set it up on a rotation, right? If all 5 people are wearing the necks in the group, have, you know, the first person in each group pop it right before the first fatal, the second person before the second fatal, you know?
It doesn't give a debuff?
I don't think so.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, lordy.
But you can only... If you do it that way, you're only getting 1 attempt. Because it's a 1 hour cooldown.
Well, theoretically, you only get, what, 3 fatals?
Yeah. But it does give 30 Shadow Res as well. So assuming you put that neck on and like a cloak, you're in 150, 200 SR territory.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's also one of the things that, like, as the healers get better gear, as the tanks get better gear, you know, damage becomes a lot less manageable. And we can assign, like, you know, Gatto NS is the first fatal attraction, Psycho NS is the second one, you know, that kind of shit.
Yeah.
NS chain heal.
Yep.
Yeah. The difference in wearing that versus the Attune neck is 10 Shadow Res, which for the on use, worth it.
I don't know, altogether,
5,
I think
4,
we've been doing some
3,
pretty fucking great
2,
progress today.
1.
And this is the data that I needed on Mother to make the decisions that I need to make. All right, real quick, ready to check to see who's here. If you are here, please come back to Star. I totally forgot that we're gonna need, like, healers and shit.
You know, big question is, will there be hearts on the auction house after the raiding that night, and can we buy them? And how bad would they be?
I think the answer to both those questions is yes.
They'll be so expensive.
Because if we made cloaks for everybody, we're laughing.
I think that we'll probably be able to afford it. It's going to be a hit, but, you know, that's part of the reason that we're selling gems, right?
Yeah, like 1 cloak on everybody.
Does
Is
Hydro drop
55
buffs,
shadow
or what?
resistance. Like that's pretty freaking big.
So Ori asks, assuming PTR is still up by next week, what are we doing? The answer to that is, who the heck knows? If it's still up on Wednesday, you can bet your ass we're going to be on the PTR on Wednesday, because I'm not counting on it being up Thursday or Friday, and then we'll just move regular raids to Thursday, Friday.
Chicken on.
Yeah, can we equip chickens, and can we summon the people that aren't with us?
We have to start Hydro, right? Like for
yes, we have to start Hydro. Yep.
Are we gonna do full?
Yeah. There's no reason to kill the first boss and head to Black
in
Temple.
there, right?
Yep. Yes, Akon. We will be. I will be putting a Monday sign up after we get out of this today, and praying that it's still up. Give someone out on Inique and Zephyrius, please. And yes, like Ori said, please get buffed up now, including your food buffs and all of your flasks and elixirs and oils and stuff, because we're going to be running and pulling the boss basically immediately.
Everyone, remember your positions. Get into those positions immediately as soon as we get there.
Yep.
So what are we chickening off of?
These two mobs in the corner here.
Do they have an AoE or something? Or
the Charming Patron does a mind control, so we'll probably just kill him. The Acolyte, I don't think hits particularly hard. So you guys can probably just grab it and just take a hit.
It only has 25k health, so you might even want to unequip your fucking weapons and taunt it or something.
Yeah, nobody should be DPSing these. Just let the tanks hold them, and the chickeners get their chickens. All right, looks like everybody's here. Just gonna check buffs real quick. Food up, flasks, elixirs, all that good stuff. Unless you're, using demon slaying, in which case I'll call for it on the way up.
Neck plus cloak plus shadow product give 150. That might just be on the edge of doable.
Go ahead. No DPS.
that would work. It's kind of RNG though.
It hit sheer.
Yeah.
Hit shed.
You
don't even have to tank these. They don't even hurt.
Nope.
The chicken themselves are gonna kill it.
You can.
Got one.
I just got a poisonous throw. That might work
3.
too.
Alright, let's start dragging these.
Can we mind control heal them?
Yeah, we could MC heal them.
Chicken's ticking. Let's go.
Yep. You can go ahead and murder them if you're in the back there.
I mean, 10% haste is better than none.
15. Yeah, we got 20. Nice.
Mine proc.
The next thing that I would like to try is if you've copied these characters over from live and have Thornling seeds or dog whistles or anything like that, let's try popping them on this pull and see if they get targeted by Fatal Attraction. Because
It's gonna eat a saber lash.
Oh my god, would they really?
The spell on Wowhead says only targets players, so it's
don't get too close.
Wait, do we have Thornlings? Please say
I have
yes.
some, yeah.
I do.
Back up just a bit, Teneric.
Oh, man. What if you could cheese this?
Get your good shout here.
TikTok.
Okay, let's get an MD out and go.
Melee, don't stay on top of us. You're gonna get saber lashed. Ego, you might want to move. Zeph,
Run to the side, not with the boss. Do not run in the same direction as the boss. Lusts.
Thornling. Good time to do it.
First F, I
Make it
assume.
saber lash.
Christ. That was awful.
Didn't look like lava was moving.
He was moving the opposite direction as me, and it stayed on us for fucking ages.
Yeah, that stayed on for a little bit longer than I thought it should.
You were real far away, and it should have broken.
I saw him standing on her back left leg like 3 or 4 seconds, and it could lag, but
Did only 2 people get there, or is the thing just bugged?
It can only target 2.
Also might have hit a Thornling Seed there.
It's also possible.
No, there was
that
a 2
targets
in the last one.
tanks.
Oh, was there? Okay.
I was reading it's possible that it targets tanks and doesn't do anything.
Abby, go ahead. Never mind.
Yeah, I did it last attempt.
Yep.
Are we gonna rest a list or not?
No, just wipe this up. You're gonna get a DI out on somebody that can res, and we're gonna put on some shadow res gear just so that we can kill this real quick and not have to come back for it.
Do we want to try just the 2 pieces to simulate what we're gonna be feasible week 1?
Do we have a DI out?
Yeah, if you haven't grabbed shadow res gear yet,
Soulstone.
go
Sure,
grab the cloak and make sure it's enchanted with
Cool.
shadow resist, and grab a necklace.
Wait, what? You can leash her?
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you run to the third carpet, she leashes. So you can actually pull her to this second carpet, so we have easier wipe protection.
Okay.
If for some reason you don't have the neck, just use the bracers instead. It's a pretty even trade in the 2 slots just to get this going quick.
Yeah, again, if you have not yet grabbed shadow resist, go do that real quick. You got like 2 minutes. Get the cloak, enchant it, and either bracers or neck.
Do you want us as tanks to have any on, or just keep our mid?
No, tanks, no.
Okay.
there shouldn't be any need for warriors, druids, paladins to ever have a shadow resist set. Maybe paladin for demon phase, like Leo.
No, you can't be in melee range of demon phase, Illidan.
Nope.
And wearing these 2 pieces is where starting to use those necks becomes a little more viable, because you can fully resist then at least a tick.
Yeah. I don't know, the Medallion of Caribor just has so much stam on it too that I think it's probably more valuable than the Jewel Crafting Pendant, but
The Medallion of Caribor isn't on the vendor, is it?
No.
You can do the quest and get the neck.
So I say if you don't have it, just grab the bracers, because it's the same. Yeah. It's a little less stam, but it's equivalent.
It's gonna How much resist did you say we wanted?
Get the cloak and either the bracers or the neck.
Thanks.
It's gonna be like Saf, where we like were 2 or 3 items, and it was like, all right, good enough.
Make sure the cloak is enchanted with greater shadow resist.
Does the neck share cooldown with anything?
Just with it's just a Jewel Crafted neck use, like your braided Eterniums or whatever.
So if you just macro it into Hellstone or whatever, pop it reactively.
You could, yep.
I think you can't use it with the potion, right?
You cannot stack the buff, but it doesn't share a cooldown. So like if you have the neck on and then use a potion, it doesn't do anything.
Once you have your shadow resist, please port back to Black Temple and make your way to Mother so that we can get started.
It's like our last pull.
Yeah, I want to kill this real quick so that we can move on to the Illidari Council, if we manage to keep this lockout.
Also, everybody reroll Undead for the free 10 Shadow Res.
Blood Elf for 5 all? This?
Gonna be at 175 if you're Undead. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Undead Pally Bis, what?
Undead Shaman, yo.
I'd be down.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to moo then though. So nah. Moo is bis.
Really glad I got here today because this is tremendous help for planning. Wow.
Yeah. The mother fight is the big one that I wanted to get to. Council's a little bit rough, and Illidan we already know needs like literally all of the resistance.
I couldn't figure out from your mortality, because we're just standing around, from your mortality attempts yesterday, that damage taken per second number was as high as Blood Boil, but that's like a 4 or 5 minute fight, is it not?
Council, yeah, 5 minute half.
So what the hell was going on? Because that damage taken per second is not sustainable.
You gotta dodge stuff.
Minutes.
There's a lot of
there's
a lot of
multiple
splash.
Yeah, there's multiple AoE mechanics that people need to dodge. Good positioning can help a lot with that. And then there is also a lot of interrupts that need to happen that there were a lot of people that we were missing quite a few, I'll put it that way.
Okay. That makes me feel a lot better.
Yeah. Alright, looks like everybody's almost here. One more summon out on lava, please. And then let's get buffed up. Make sure you've got your food running and all that good stuff. Make sure you actually have equipped your Shadow Resist gear.
Skipping on Lust.
We got 3 minutes. Yeah, we'll wait for it.
Yeah, sounds good.
It's gonna be nice to have the resto swap with Weakor again, isn't it?
Yes. Manually doing it has made my DPS quite not good.
Yeah. When we did that on progression and I was doing it on KT, it's like you just do nothing for 5 seconds.
Do we need more health stones?
I guess the good news is you're dying early enough every pull that you can freely swap, though.
Right? It's really annoying because right around the time Fatal Attraction comes off cooldown, I'm like, alright, time to not hit Shadow Word Death, I guess.
Oh man, I don't know how I'm going to be able to resist.
Glorak, do you want us to have spell resist flasks or resistance flasks on release?
No. We will. I'm going to be doing a lot of theory crafting using our logs and other logs that I've been collecting and figuring out exactly what we need to do. The answer is probably just going to be make cloaks for everybody, and use the dual crafting necklaces as well as maybe some cauldrons of shadow protection. But resistance flasks seem like a really bad trade-off for the DPS loss.
If that is what makes the difference, then we don't deserve to kill the boss.
What about Shadow Res Aura for the melee group?
It does not stack.
Shadow Prot.
Nope.
Shadow Prot.
Oh, sorry.
Okie dokie.
Make sure you're at least 18 plus away for the silence.
Oh, we have soulstones up.
Oh yeah, we will have soulstones up. Let's, if you guys remember your targets, let's do same targets when those come up.
Oh, they're up in 2 minutes actually. Sorry.
Yeah.
I lied.
Do we wait? I think we
I don't
wait.
think we need to.
It's gonna make it safer. It's the last pull. We need to kill it.
Well, whoever did the soulstone on me that one pull, just save it till we know who, me or Grass, gets primary threat, because at that point, just put it out.
Okay.
Identical druids up in here.
Like I said, Fox, you're just a sponge for this fight.
Hi, everybody.
It's a
Bye.
spot
sure
the
you have a
differences
Hellstone.
game. It's a spot the differences game.
I'm
I
like
see
inside your
3.
model, I just disappear.
So while we're waiting for Hellstones here, or Soulstones here, healers, it's feeling to me like this is definitely a 6 heal progression type scenario. How are you guys feeling about it?
It's just when the fatal attractions, like, you can't save them.
I mean the raid in general, not just Mother.
It'll be
I would
significantly
agree.
easier now.
Kind of similar to T5. We started with 6 and eventually went to 5.
Yep. Okay,
Power Word Shield and Holy Shock are really your only bets for Fatal Attraction.
Yeah. Okay.
The problem is, yeah, Holy Shock with its 20-yard range can be tough sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, if they're in range, they are. If they're not, you can't do anything about it. Should be like less than a minute for everybody now.
Yep, about 40 seconds.
Oh, my MRT's not tracking it for some reason.
Yeah, if we could have the center group move back just a bit. Thank you, folks. Yeah, range DPS, keep in mind that the silence is 18 yards, so you don't want to be close, and you generally just don't want to be close anyway, because Fatal Attraction hits more people that way.
Yeah, with the amount of Shadow Res we're wearing though, Fox, there's still an RNG component. Like until we get past that 225-ish or whatever that breakpoint threshold is, you can still take full damage.
Yeah, but it will still be significantly less.
Alright, Soulstone's out, please. Go ahead and pop your Demon Slaying Elixirs. And Hunter, here we go.
5.
This time,
4,
Echo, don't run
3,
back in a line with her.
2, 1.
Probably Hunter's Mark too.
Blessing, question mark?
Yeah, I was waiting for threat gun, Lust.
Put that Soulstone on grass.
Already did.
I resisted that one, Bacon.
Actually, it looks like I just pulled off grass.
Not the best Fatal Attraction. Psycho Gun knock if you've got it. Fangorn, get Psycho up. And Resto's Lust. Tenor down.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's not gonna do it. Alright, wipe this up real quick.
We have 5 minutes to stay and just wear full Shadow Res and kill it real fast.
Unfortunate. I don't think full Shadow Res is gonna make the difference there. Why did people die anyway? It looks like you guys just didn't separate.
Two quick melees and a Saber Lash that overkilled for 400.
We landed on the healer stack there.
Well, there's no healer stack. The healers are split.
That was a hunter stack.
Yeah, whatever. The back stack, Psycho, Zeph, Frail are all where we got ported. It was me, Ego, Lava.
Let's see if we can do it one more time. I've killed this without loss before, so ready check to see if you can stick around for a couple of extra minutes. No hard feelings if you can't. I know raid time is raid time.
Do we want to throw on an extra piece of Shadow Res here?
I don't think so. Bad luck is bad luck one way or the other. Alright, if Bacon's the only person who's skill and move some things around, we can make that work.
I will see you guys later.
See you, bud.
Peace.
Later.
Anyone got extra iron shields on them? I bet Bryce
I got some.
does.
Go right back to chat real quick and get us summoned by a lock if you need him.
You only need about 2, so.
Where you at?
Thank you, sir.
right, quick rebuffs. This will be our last attempt one way or the other. Just because I do like respecting the raid time. This is already pushing it a little bit. There's not too much trash to clear between where we need to be and here, so if we need to, we'll do it again.
Round 2.
I feel like max range stacking would be better as well, Glorak. There's a lot more room for people to get TP'd to in range.
I mean,
that way.
In theory, people should be as far back as they can be, right?
Do
the exception being maybe the healers, so that they can reach more people.
For these groups to the side, would it make more sense? I mean, to have more room if they had their stacks kind of over here.
We can't because of the healers, but if we're back where I am now, I think it'll work better. Like here.
Okay. I'll yeah. So right stack move back to Starish. Alright. Quick ready check, make sure everybody's all good. Even slaying elixirs, and let's go ahead and do this thing.
Ox and Kangi, come back to Diamond, please.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Getting an initial parry kind of sucks there, Grass, doesn't it?
I am but a sinner in the hands of an angry RNG god.
Perfect. No death fatal attraction there.
Yeah, last pull I had like 3 in a row.
You can go knock if you got it. Yep.
Shadow Word on cooldown, Mox. Or before FA at least.
Go ahead and knock if you got it.
Increased nature damage. I'm doing like 67 hit on thorns. Down. Big heals on them.
Yeah, it would have been a kill with lusts.
Yeah.
With the prevalence of these uber hard-hitting bosses and the lack of a prot warrior, 20% slow attack speed is a lot. Are we going to have one of the DPS warriors do it?
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Thunderclap would be pretty massive.
We're wiping this, yeah?
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll attempt to come back here on Monday. That was pretty fucking good for the first time in here. And keep an eye out on Daybreak Announcements channel for the plan for this boss and what we expect people to acquire. I have a funny feeling that we're going to be providing 99.9% of the things that we're going to need. So don't worry too much about it yet. But yeah,
I think we should stack in one group. It seems kind of hard to.
If you stack in one group, and now I see what Gloric said, like Kingy got TP'd just to the right of us.
Everyone dies.
Only 2 people died. Whereas if that happened with a stack of like all of us, there would have been like 8 people that died.
Yeah, so this entire fight is very RNG heavy, and it's going to be until we get both more gear, just regular tier 6 gear in general, which, you know, she'll die faster, tanks will take less damage, healers will heal more, yada yada. But also the Shadow Resist gear does make it more consistent. Like, you know, as you saw there, we went through 2 fatal attractions without any real deaths. I died, but that was by 62.
So, double feral is like a parsing comp. It's not really for progression, right?
Yep. I am planning on bringing Brass Bull for progression, because there are a number of mechanics in Black Temple that Prot Warriors completely invalidate. But for practice purposes, I wanted to have us in here with the harder option, just to see how it felt.
It looks unlikely T6 will release that week, but I am gone week after next.
If it comes down to it, I'll respect Lorax. You know, we'll have a Prot Warrior one way or the other.
Wait a minute, that's Startanko's music.
Another question: if the tank dies, can I stepped in and put a shield on? Does that actually do anything? I died, but
So Saber Lash is about 35,000 damage, split between 3 targets before mitigation. So if your armor value and all that good stuff can survive a hit of roughly 11k, then, you know, you're fine. That is the right call. But otherwise,
I lived through one and died to the next one because nobody really knew that I did that. So
yeah. Well, Saberlash was hitting me for like about 75 to 8k on average.
Yeah, I'm gonna
for Prague maybe save a shield wall CD as a DPS.
Let me pull up Battles real quick so I can go through the bosses. Yeah, so things that Prot Warriors and just Shield Wall in general completely invalidate, and Spell Reflect and yada yada. Black Temple.
Also, in the case of double feral and no Ori for some reason, like a DPS warrior would shield wall the enrage reliquary, right?
Yeah, and like Fox said, Survival Hunter can also deterrence it.
Oh, true.
And as we get, I'm just gonna skip that anyway.
Clark, I just realized none of us will have Medallion to Karabor because we didn't kill Rage Chill. That'll affect Illidan if we get there, but Jewel Crafting Neck will serve the yeah, it should be okay.
I mean, I'll put it this way: if that medallion makes the difference between the Illidan tank living or dying, we'll go into Hyjal and kill Rage real quick.
It won't, because like I said, you can always make the Shadow Neck, and it's 10 less, and that's not at the end of the world.
Yeah, but anyway, okay, so Blood Boil becomes almost completely invalidated by a warrior tank because they can just shield wall at high stacks and yada yada. Gore Fiend.
Oh, can you explain the Blood Boil to, like, what it does, why we're soaking it the way we are, and all that?
Yeah, so it is a dot. That's basically all it is a dot. But it stacks and eventually becomes unhealable, especially because the tanks are taking so much damage. So in an ideal world, each group only soaks 1 stack, and then it drops, and then with a 3-group rotation, you can keep it so that everybody just has 1 stack. If we get to a point where we're killing him so fast or whatever that we can just have 1 group soak 3 stacks and get spammed the fuck out of heals, then by all means we'll do that. It'll be less movement, better uptime, yada yada.
Can you give it the Solarian treatment and stack everybody? I guess you don't want to be stacked though, huh?
Fact, because at the beginning of phase 2, that giant AoE will kill a lot of people.
You take a stack and step a couple steps forward, and you know.
Yeah. So what we can do, and I don't know how to really explain this as a visual without paint open, but what we can do is have the 5 people in group 1 spread out from one another horizontally along the waterfall, right? So they're like 10 yards away from each other. The group 2 people 1 step in front of each of those, and then the group 3 people 1 step in front of each of those, and then just have them, take 2 steps forward when it's the next person's turn. That way we're already effectively spread for phase 2, but also not moving a shit ton for phase 1.
Sorry, real quick. Kickrocks is doing PTR tonight with a saved BT instance. We're up past Ritual. There are spots available. There's quite a few callouts. So if you want to come tonight, it's at 9 Eastern, and you're not in that Discord, message me. I'll send you an invite. Sign up. Basically, we're going to be doing all the hard bosses tonight, so it's worth going.
Yeah, a 99% chance I'll be there. I highly encourage other people to, if you can't make it to this one, get into as many pugs as you can while the PTR is up. Most of the bosses that we did today, we found relatively easy, and I kind of expected that. You guys impressed me a little bit, but the hard stuff is really Council and Illidan. And getting looks at those, highly encouraged if you can find pugs that are, at or near them. You're gonna want to see them a couple times. Speaking of Council and Illidan and things that Prot Warriors completely invalidate, like 90% of the Paladin's damage on Council is spell reflectable, which is just amazing. Oh, also, Reliquary, for those of you that are still around and were wondering why I mentioned the fact that Reliquary would be harder with a Prot Warrior, but also easier. Phase 2, when it has the Thorns mechanic that reflects 50% damage, there is an ability that I told everybody to interrupt that can be spell reflected instead. That ability causes the target to take 100% extra damage. So, yeah.
Yeah, that was reflecting that yesterday. It was good.
So that'd be better for a parse run for that boss.
Yeah, there are some bosses that are better to have a warrior parse. There's some bosses that are better to have a feral.
And the nice thing with the Prot Warrior, though, is if for some reason they can't spell reflect, they can shield slam and interrupt it themselves too. So they can completely control that mechanic. Make sure you guys, if you're coming tonight, if you want to come, make sure you sign up in Friday PTR. The sign up's at the top of the screen. I know for a fact we need a bear tonight, Glorak. Chippies is out. Okay. And yeah, just sign up, of course. We have a couple. We have a Ret Paladin that's out, Priest that's out, and then some Shaman callouts right now. And no Mage. Well, a tentative Mage, but potentially no Mage or Prot Pally actually. Although I don't know if Hakan comes tonight, maybe he can go Prot Pally or Holy Pally. I'll go Prot Pally or something. Let's see.
Man, I wish I could, but that time's not going to work real well unless family just crashes out super early or something.
Gotcha. Okay.
To YouTube in standard resolution so that it's not ultra wide anymore. You're welcome.
I'd like being able to stream it to the big screen.